The following is a presentation of The Day.
Semifinal Sunday for the ECC boys, and Division I takes center stage at the X at Waterford High School, the number 3 Killingly High School, and the number 2 St. Bernard High School. Saints will do battle to see who punches their ticket to the sun, following Griswold and Montville in the Division II final. And all the action is live on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. They're your go-to, top-notch dental care, relaxed, friendly setting. It doesn't matter if you need a cosmetic checkup, a boost, advanced treatment. They got you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule an appointment today at Waterford Dental Health. Casey O'Neill along with the coach, Chris Giusti. And so far, between the girls and the boys, we've had more chalk than a 1950s classroom. Thank goodness Montville, because so far it's been exactly as predicted, with not a lot of excitement and really no close games. And as we go here, I don't want to say more of the same. Coach, paint me a picture in which Killingly can make this a basketball game.
Got to make shots, right? You got to score in this game to be able to keep up with the good team. So Killingly has some firepower. We'll talk about some of their players in a moment, but you got to make shots. For the Saints, the road to the three-peat. Pat Riley coined the phrase, but they weren't even able to do it that year. It's difficult to do. They're trying to three-peat. The road to the three-peat has started. They got to get through Killingly tonight to get to Mohegan Sun on Wednesday.
Well, one thing that has three-peated has been Amir Gray as the ECC Player of the Year in Division I, which is an unbelievable achievement, something that I haven't seen. It is remarkable. Mark Jones has been singing his praises, saying, people, there's not enough credit to give Amir Gray and Amari Marshall. Well, Gray certainly, along with Marshall, a great career. If they don't win the ECC championship this year, however, it will feel like a deflating part of that career, because they're coming off of that state championship, the back-to-back ECCs. That loss to New London really kind of changed things in the landscape of the Saints. They're now, for the first time, maybe the outside attacking rather than kind of being the hunted. On the other side, Jimmy Crabtree's been around a long time. He's had a lot of great players at Killingly over the years, and Johnny Kazantzis came right on the heels of Yanni Barabo, the Greek tradition of Killingly basketball. This team needs to rely on Kazantzis. You know what else you should rely on? Kuchar Financial, because they are more than just tips. Sound financial planning. It's tax season, right? Go down, see Lee, tell him Game Day sent you. Whether it's tax preparation or financial planning, Kuchar Financial has you covered. Feel better about your financial decisions with Kuchar Financial. Sumner, Kazantzis, Crowley, Marshall, and the tip is controlled by St. Bernard's. Ashton Goodwin on the floor for Killingly.
Killingly will start man-to-man, Casey.
Gray, long opening three, no good. Nice box, and Waterman with the rebound for Killingly.
Saints, of course, their traditional man-to-man as well.
Kazantzis pulls it up. Strip. And from behind, Robinson, I think, got a piece of Sumner.
So good start for Killingly. That's exactly what they needed to happen. A missed shot, secure a defensive rebound, close out that possession, and get to the line for some free throws. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're Jimbo Crabtree.
And we've said this a number of times. If you're the underdog, you got to make your free throws. More than anybody else, you got to make your free throws. When a team gives you a little crack and puts you at the line, you got to knock it down. 1 of 2 for Sumner. Gray Kurt Marshall slicing to the basket. He'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line. I like to see the Saints attack in the basket. I think they oftentimes get into that settle for, perimeter a little bit too much, and I like to see them attack like that.
Yeah, some of these games it's almost been like they're a little bit bored, so let's try something different. Let's, shoot some threes. Let's, try some shots or some passes that, we haven't done in a while. And obviously with their athleticism, with their skill set, they can attack the rim on every possession and get something positive.
Yeah, it was like when Larry Bird played the game left-handed. And I just decided I wanted to do something a little different this one. So I get that, but I think the other way to look at it is, you know what, you're not the number 1 seed. Make a statement today. I think both New London and St. Bernard's need to do that. Marshall strips. Mangual can't finish. Mangual gets the offensive rebound, however, spins, and still no good. Sumner, who needs to be a presence on the boards, gets that one. Good hands by Gray, some of the strongest hands in the league. Kazantzis, no good on the baseline. Both teams sloppy and struggling here in the early going.
Yeah, and Killingly, does like, especially Johnny likes to shoot. He also needs to look to drive and use his athleticism. He's got a lot of athleticism. Use a shot fake, try to get the Saints in the air, go to the rim.
Amari Marshall for 3, no good. Marshall with the block, though. On the other side, Crowley tried to sneak it by him. Marshall said, no, thank you. Gray, step back to his spot at the elbow. Off the mark, good defense from Killingly. A late foul. Crowley will go to the line. He'll shoot a pair. I've been impressed with Killingly on the defensive side of things, making the Saints work for the shots that they've gotten.
And the Saints ice cold, 0 of 5. So even the shots that they have taken haven't really looked close, honestly. So Killingly is getting what they needed. You can get the version of St. Bernard that comes out and they already have 15 points by now.
Biggest lead of the game for Killingly. It's 3-1. I had to say that now because I think every second Killingly can play with a lead is that maybe that little bit of confidence you need to stick around as we get farther and farther into the game. Marshall, beautiful silky move to the basket, ties us up.
Wyndham was able to hang tight with St. Bernard for almost 3 quarters on Friday night. So, like I said, sometimes this St. Bernard team doesn't play with the necessary enthusiasm.
3 by Crowley. Nice job breaking the pressure and finding the open man.
Yeah, making shots from the perimeter will certainly give Killingly a chance to win this game.
Gray finds Mangual, can't get the left-hander to go down. Kazantzis with the rebound. 3 straight away, in and out from Waterman. That would have been a big shot for Killingly.
Getting good looks. Not hesitating. Open shot, letting it fly.
Robinson, open 3, that's long. Kazantzis, bothered by Amari Marshall. Marshall, soft touch, gets the roll. And it's a 1-point game. Long 3 from Kazantzis, no good. And we're going to get a foul on the rebounding attempt on Sumner. Into the game for St. Bernard's, Brevin Gonzalez. Gonzalez is back after a long, long stint away with a neck injury. He is healthy. He is back in the lineup. A big presence for St. Bernard that hasn't been there when we've done their games previously, and it's just so great to see him back on the floor. Long three by Marshall's back iron. Crowley, that was a bit deeper than I think he would have liked. And I think there's an example. You can take step into that, right? You take one dribble, step into a three, make it a regulation three and not an NBA three.
Yeah, both teams missing some long-range shots here. Maybe got to close the windows.
Gray gets all the way to the basket but can't finish. Waterman wisely pulls it back, and Goodwin will get it to Kazantzis. Nice move by Quinn Sumner over the top of Marshall. Mangual tries to answer with a long three. No, I like Killingly boxing out on the defensive glass. Travel from Waterman.
Yeah, Killingly is doing what they need to defensively. One of St. Bernard's greatest strengths is being able to get second and third chance opportunities, turning sometimes a wild shot into an easy putback. They haven't been able to do that. Killingly making a concerted effort to limit the Saints to one shot, and the Saints obliging by just kind of jacking the first three that's available.
In the lane, Gray can't get it to go. Rebound to Peter Kazantzis. So the brothers Kazantzis out there. And Yanni with a triple. Yasufile.
Just the start that Killingly needed.
Gray with a rare strip. Kazantzis to Kazantzis. Ethan Hall now. Another three, just off the mark, rebound Gonzalez. Savion Melendez is in the game for the Saints. Amari Marshall plays a little bully ball and will get a foul on the floor. So with Savion Melendez in the lineup right now I want you to see if you can do, what is unique about the Saints lineup currently? Quickly, because Melendez is running off the floor.
The three forwards?
No, you had two Colchester kids on the floor at the same time.
Oh, you got me on that one.
Savion Melendez and Brevin Gonzalez, both Colchester kids. Imagine Bacon Academy, right? It's these little things. Players right there, of course. Savion, brother of an outstanding basketball player. His sister's Ari. Mangual drives baseline, blocked by Kazantzis. Gray hangs in the air, no good. Offensive rebound, Mangual, and I think the message to attack the offensive glass is clear. Killingly, up till that point, had been doing a really good job limiting them to one shot.
And Saints really struggling to find the bottom of the basket, reminiscent of this group's freshman year. Well, at least Amir and Amari's freshman year, when they were upset here in the semifinals by Waterford. Not the start that the Saints wanted. This is exactly what Killingly needed, and if a couple more of their threes had gone down, they could really have a nice lead.
4-point lead. Killingly with the basketball as we're at about 1:35 remaining here in the first. Open, Crowley for three. Good! Quinn Crowley knocks down the triple, and Killingly has doubled up the Saints in the first period.
We've seen this in some games recently against Wyndham, against NFA.
Mangual no good on the three. Marshall tipped it to Robinson, but he can't get it to go. And tie up between Kazantzis and Marshall. Possession arrow favors Killingly. 7-point lead, 1:10 remaining in the period. I mean, Killingly could not have drawn it up any better.
Yeah, and if they didn't think they could win, they now know they can win.
Kazantzis drives, and he's fouled by Marshall at the basket. You know, we saw Johnny Kazantzis all the way back his freshman year. Saw the body, saw the length, and saw the strength. He has been very good getting to the basket. That time he did something that very few people in the league do. He challenged Amari Marshall at the rim. He's got the size to do that.
And the athleticism. He's not only a bigger guard, but he's a bouncy guard. He can get up. He can alter his shot when he's airborne, finish in a variety of ways. Obviously, he can shoot the three. Very talented player.
And makes them both 9-point Killingly lead. That's what I said. A 9-point Killingly lead.
St. Bernard's once again came out flat.
Amir Gray, straightaway three, long distance, and it's a 2-for-1 situation. So he got that one off quickly. All the way to the basket. Look at Ethan Hall. He beats Gray. Kurt Marshall can't finish in the other direction. Kazantzis now. They want to run. Long three. Front iron, no good. Amir Gray ahead of everybody. Foul on the floor with 20 seconds remaining.
It's only the fourth team foul, so they had one to give. That's actually a great foul. Call it on the floor, so St. Bernard will.
Ethan Hall with the foul. Good
Actually,
decision.
Calling in the act of shooting. Interesting.
That's because Amir Gray is always in the act of shooting.
Is that before the gather? Get Josh Tiven to interpret that one.
There is a player who I shall not name that may have gotten traded recently to a team that I asked him once if he is as much of a petulant child as he appears on TV, and Josh's response, which I can't say on air, not only confirmed it but told me one of the funniest stories ever about just what refs hear from the NBA players. I mean, you think we see a lot of whining here? You should see. You got to hear the NBA guys. 6 points. Kazantzis. Step back. Bomb of a three. Short. Marshall. They won't get a shot off. We're at the end of one. Killingly's up 6. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest, brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category, where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the Day's Best of the Best.
Saints in what I'll call at least an attempt. I see Desmond Powers, Johnny Lazaro et al. Making an attempt at a student section. I mean, I give props for the effort, and not for nothing. They're in the lead today, which is disheartening on so many levels.
Yeah. And shooting statistics, very forgettable for St. Bernard. 3 of 18, 1 of 6 from three-point range. Killingly 5 of 13, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc.
Gray. Hesitation on that three as it was bothered by Killingly. Kazantzis, Hall, and the soft bounce goes down for Ethan Hall.
He's been tough. Shortest player on the floor, playing big.
Robinson steps into an open three. That's in and out. Kurt Marshall just goes up over everybody.
And they're going to give that basket to Mangual with the foul. Killingly bench wanted to travel.
So it was definitely contact. Question was just whether or not contact occurred before or after said travel. So they're going to say that the foul occurred was on Waterman, and they're going to put Mangual on the line to shoot the bonus. Break for St. Bernard's, because that's
big break. 8
points and a turnover versus 6 points with a chance to cut it to 5. Mangual makes the free throw, cuts it to 5.
Killingly's just got to keep operating the same that they have been. They are going to have to keep scoring. And they can't just get a 10-point lead and sit on it. They got to keep scoring.
Kazantzis bullies his way to the basket and draws the foul on Marshall.
And he is definitely equipped to take on whatever defender is guarding him and attack, pick up a foul.
Well, I joked before the game that if we had to paint, what's the scenario in which they can, could Killingly win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I joked about a collision under the basket that, might have rendered a few people temporarily unavailable to play. And it was, but I said, in all seriousness, Kazantzis needs to be the guy and allow for a handful of his teammates to make limited plays in the range that they can make them, right? So if Kazantzis plays big on both sides of the floor and makes shots, let's say, for example, Kazantzis goes for 35 and 15 rebounds, right, playing both sides. That allows Sumner to just focus, to do one little thing. Crowley, make a couple threes, right? Hall, make a couple baskets. It shrinks the sort of responsibilities of his teammates. Game day legends in the house. JJ and Mia Brennan. I still say in a game of 21, JJ, you're an underdog. Because I think Mia would probably step on his ankles a couple times before she'd ever let him win. But would you agree that the real way, you said make shots, but it's got to, for Killingly to win, it's got to be, Kazantzis has to be, he's got to be the lightning rod that lets everybody kind of feed.
Absolutely, but by, making those perimeter shots, that's kind of what I mean. They're 3 of 9 from 3. Making those perimeter shots allows more space for Kazantzis to operate because St. Bernard has to close out harder on those 3-point attempts.
I'm going to go in the other direction and say Kazantzis taking the responsibility to get to the basket the way he's doing here frees up those perimeter shots. So they kind of feed into each other, right? Once you make an outside shot, middle softens. Once you drive to the basket, the outside softens. They can kind of go in tandem with each other. Hey man, St. Bernard's can't get a ball to go down. Marshall blocked from behind by Kazantzis. Gray with a long 3, no good. It's just not going in the ocean for the Saints right now.
Yeah, and early in the season, a lot of teams would play St. Bernard zone, and I really think the way that you got to beat them is you got to play tough man, and you just got to force these guys to rush their shots.
Crowley no good on the 3. That's a really nice move by Kurt Marshall, avoiding contact. He likes contact. That time sidestepped it so he could get the easy 2.
They Killingly set up for the charge a little too early. Kurt saw it coming.
Turnover as Peter Kazantzis lost it out of bounds. Sumner will check back in for Killingly.
Killingly has done a very good job taking care of the ball. That's only their 3rd turnover. That's one of the things, you allow yourself to get more shots off when you take care of the basketball. Got to keep scoring. I think to beat St. Bernard's, you got to get into the 70s.
Mangual. That's back-to-back trips where the Saints have gotten to the basket with purpose. Lead is down to 3. Kazantzis tries to answer, in and out. Kurt Marshall lets it fly. It did not connect. Good hands. Marshall ahead of the pack. Layup is good, leads 1.
Got to take care of that basketball. Can't give them those. That was too easy. Got to make them work.
Crowley tries to get to the basket, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Killingly.
Crowley had that 3-point opportunity there. He passed it up. I think they got to keep taking those open shots and try to drill them.
There's an open look 3. In and out from Goodwin. Up ahead, Mangual running the floor. Good look from Gray. And as fast as that, St. Bernard's back on here or on top by a point.
Yeah, they can flip a switch. If you stop scoring, they'll eventually start scoring.
Kazantzis, no good. Marshall with the rebound. Gray, left-handed pass. Robinson finds Marshall. Timeout Killingly as the Saints are running and they're up 3. Timeout is full, so we'll take a quick break. Saints are rolling. 3:32 remaining. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the day's best of the best.
We are back. A couple of Waterford High School standouts as the X is filling up here for the semifinals. This is the first one, of course. I think the one that most people are hoping could live up to some hype is New London NFA tonight. New London, the number 1 seed, an NFA team that's playing very well right now. Nice basket by Quinn Crowley. They needed that. Curled around to the free throw line and hit a nice, comfortable J.
Yeah, that ends a streak of 5 straight misses.
Marshall tried to get to the basket. Good box out from Kazantzis. And I think we're going to get a foul. Let's see if it's on. Foul's going to be on Kazantzis, and that's a tough one because Kurt Marshall sought the contact.
Yeah,
So the funny thing is, the official says 5. Well, they were both 5, so I didn't know which way the foul went, but it went on Kazantzis with a block. Gray. Now Amari Marshall 3 is good as it rattled around and found the bottom of the cup.
Yeah, last couple possessions, Killingly in the 2-3 zone. St. Bernard content to keep shooting those threes.
Mangual on Kazantzis. Goodwin with the three. Waterman with the three, no. Sumner with the offensive glass, no. Gets it back again in traffic, no. Now Gray, 1-on-2. Behind the back to Kurt Marshall, fouled by Kazantzis. He'll go to the line.
That transition defense, Killingley's got to get back. Something that they did very well in the first quarter, holding the Saints to jump shots and one-chance opportunities. That's kind of broken down here a little bit in the second quarter.
3 on Kazantzis, but he's not going to go anywhere.
2 minutes left in the quarter.
First one good from Kurt Marshall. Lead is 5, biggest Saints lead of the game. And it's 6.
After making 5 of 13 in the first quarter, Killingley just 2 of 10 this quarter and no three-point makes.
Killingley working hard on the offensive end, unable to really shake anything loose. And a kick basketball break for Killingley as they were out of sync on that offensive possession.
Yeah, get a fresh 35 now, though, and can operate, take some more time off the clock, hopefully get a basket here. Still within an arm's length, so I think overall, Killingley's got to be happy. They got to close out this half well.
Foul's going to be on Amari Marshall with the bump of Sumner. That's his third, so something to keep an eye on. Savion Melendez will check in for Amari Marshall, and he'll take a seat probably for the remainder of the half. Waterman. Kazantzis now. Kazantzis drew contact and got the soft floater to go down. They needed that basket.
Excellent effort by Kazantzis to play through the contact and finish.
Travel.
They're going to call the pity-pat landing on the jump stop. You got to land 2 feet at the same time. If it's alternate, that's a travel. It's only the second turnover for the Saints.
Killingley, who had some success the last time down, needs another basket here. Open look 3. That would have been a big one, but Sumner, he's been great on the offensive glass. And without Amari Marshall in the game, Sumner finding a little more success.
And like you said, Casey, these three-pointers, Killingley has gone cold. 0 of 4 from three-point range this quarter. They need some of these threes to fall to pull the upset. You see all the big upsets that usually happen, it's because of the proliferation of three-point makes.
They gave Kazantzis a rest here with those 3 fouls. They don't want to see anything crazy in this last minute. Sumner, nice move, uses the left hand, spun by both Marshall and Melendez to cut it to 2.
Just a great half from Killingley. See if they can close it out here with a stop. This is the number 4 ranked team in the state in the St. Bernard Saints.
Marshall is fouled by Kazantzis Peter. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Now, I want to know what Jimmy Crabtree said to official Tim Viveris, because Mr. Viveris is a notoriously stoic official on the floor, and he had him genuinely belly laughing just now after that foul. I can't now, knowing Coach Crabtree.
Oh, there's a lot of things he could have said.
I mean, exactly. But he had Viveris with an actual belly laugh. The whistle fell out of his mouth. He was laughing so hard. Marshall knocks them both down, gets the lead back to 4. Killingly can take the last shot of the half.
Worst case scenario is you want to be down 4. Don't turn it over. Give St. Bernard's another chance.
Kazantzis had a step, picked it up. I don't think he should have. Baseline drive, floater, knocked down by Crowley. Good if it goes from Gonzalez. No, you couldn't have asked for a better half from Killingly High School. They'll go to the locker room down 2. Stay here for some feature action, and we'll be back with second half action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
We don't have a lot of vocal guys on this team, and he's the one kid that's very vocal. And, we wouldn't be where we are right now without him.
Yeah, so ever since I've been a kid, I love to smile. It's a good thing. People downgrade it, but being happy is the best thing on the basketball court. Showing your emotions is everything, and I feel like that's an aspect I brought to the team. Amir's always so straight-faced, Amari and Kurt, and I bring more of a fun appearance to the game.
Energy. I mean, he has it every single day in practice, in the games. He plays his tail off. He's the guy that guards the other team's best player, no matter who it is. It could be a big guy, it could be a guard. He's just so versatile, and he means everything to this team.
I'll do whatever the team needs to win. If I got to score, then that's what needs to happen. If I need to take the charge, that's what I'll do. If coach wants me to just run up and down and grab rebounds, that's what I'll do. I'm a player that wants to win.
I mean, he's one way, man. He goes hard, and he competes. And, the biggest thing with him is he wants to win. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a state title. So that I could see that's pushing him in the right direction. And he wants it bad. And he deserves it, honestly. You know what I mean? Because he does put the time in, he does put the work in. And he's just a great teammate, too. Him being on our team has done wonders for our whole group. And you could see when he's energetic how our group is. It changes our whole team.
It's crazy because my whole life I've played with either my cousin or my brother. But coming to St. B's, it's still a family. I look up to all my guys, and all my guys look up to me. So it's still the same role. It feels like I got my brothers with me. Amir, Amari, Kurt, Darren, Brev, all these guys. I love these guys, and I wouldn't rather be no other place.
And an offensive foul as Mangual stood his ground.
He's a vocal kid. He's a loud kid. And I love that about him. He's what our team needs. We need that out of him because, like I said, we don't have a lot of kids that are vocal. They're vocal with their game. But as far as, talking and communicating, we need that out of them.
It's time for the Athletes of the Future, Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Let's start with Griswold basketball. Aiden Cutter gets the loose ball on the floor, pass from his back to Braden Widener, ahead to Caden Kozlowskis, back to Widener for the basket. At number 7, easy basket for the Whalers? No, Kalen Delaney with the big block. At number 6, Alex Starks. Waterford swimming in the 100 butterfly versus Fitch. He gets to the wall second after 75 meters. But what a final 25 meters for Starks all the way back for the victory. At number 5, Blake Adolowski and Brady Erickson. How do you beat a 2-3 zone? Look at the lob. Finish it up, big man. Erickson throwing it down. At number 4, Aaron Guilfoy, Ellis Tech basketball. The long buzzer beater, got it. 62-61 over Lyman Memorial. Celebrate the game winner. At number 3, Gavin Jonash. Killingly wrestling, he's a freshman, but in OT, he comes up big and wins the ECC 106-pound final. At number 2, Stonington Sprint Medley Relay, Max De La Rosa, Chase Spurley, Hagen Drake, and Landon Pelletier win the Class S Sprint Medley. De La Rosa and Drake skipped their individual events to compete in 3 relays because they said, well, I'd rather go all-state with my friends than all-state by myself, and they bring home the crown. But at number 1, a little love for the big guy, Chris Aney, NFA track on his second throw of the finals, and he knows it as he crushes the all-time state record set in 2022. He throws it 65 feet 7 inches, and that is your Athletes of the Future Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Chris Aney, go down to Athletes of the Future. Get a free week of training. Wow, what a throw. So I think a lot of people know that last year you stepped away from basketball for a little while, but I think a lot of people also aren't entirely sure of why.
Yeah, so it was really just a mental thing. I lost a family member very close with him, and after I lost him, I wasn't loving myself the same way. And not only I wasn't loving myself, I fell out of love with basketball as well. So when I was playing, I didn't really feel enthusiastic about the game. I was kind of just going through the motions. So I talked to my parents a little bit. I think I need to focus on myself before my team. And after I told the team about it, I had nothing but support from them.
Once he told me, what he was going through, I was like, hey, listen, we got your back. Don't worry about that. Go do what you need to do, and your spot will be here when you're ready. It's hard to see one of your kids going through that. It wasn't about basketball. It wasn't about any of that stuff. Like, I could care less about that. I was just happy that he took it upon himself to say, hey, coach, I need time. A lot of kids don't do that.
This is the first time, something like this ever happened to me. So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if people would judge my decision in a bad way, if I wasn't getting any support, people would call me soft. But all I got was love, only love.
He used the word soft. He was afraid that he was going to be viewed as soft. What do you say to that?
I say that's ridiculous. I think he showed tremendous strength. I mean, to be as good as he is and to say I need to step away shows strength. Not many people can do that. A lot of people just suffer in silence. I mean, there's grown-ups that do that. And for him to be a high school player, be one of the star players in this league, and to speak up for himself, that's tremendous strength, man. I can't be more proud of him than if he scored 35 points.
What would you say to a young person who's struggling with how they feel, with their emotions, with their self-worth, with their place in the world, with their place on the basketball team?
I would tell them it's okay to speak up. Not a lot of people, they think that if you speak up, you're going to be weak. People aren't going to like you. People are going to look at you differently. No one's going to think that.
Have you found a passion for basketball that wasn't there before you stepped away?
Yeah, I feel like this year I'm even more hungry than when I came in last year. More passionate. I'm smiling a lot more. I love my teammates.
That's the great thing about our team, is that we don't put basketball first. It's the other stuff. Like, we care about our kids. We care about their well-being, their health, all that stuff. And our kids did an unbelievable job. And we made sure that they kept checking on him and everything. And whenever he was ready, he was ready. There's a definitely different joy to him, and you could see it. He's smiling more, he's more talkative, he's more, playful with the kids, and that's what makes you happy as a coach. It's a brotherhood. You kind of grow a bond together that, will last a lifetime for them.
Second half ready to start. We're moments away, and the second half possession is brought to you by Kuchar Financial. Located in New London, Lee Kuchar and Kuchar Financial will help you keep possession of your money through sound financial planning and investment, tax planning and preparation for individuals and small businesses. Everybody wants to feel better about their finances. So go see Lee Kuchar, Kuchar Financial, and he'll make you feel more confident. Tell him Game Day sent you, especially this time of year. So, Juice, as we head into the second half, I mean, we couldn't have asked for, I'll do it this way, give Killingly a grade on the first half performance.
A-.
Give St. Bernard a grade on the first half performance.
D.
So I think I'd give Killingly an A, and I'd give St. Bernard a C. I'd give him an F. A first quarter F-. First quarter would have been withdrawn, incomplete with prejudice. But the second quarter was much more St. Bernard-esque. But yeah, I mean, if it, and that's what we said would need to happen, right? An A game and a D game in order to make this thing a competitive game, and that's what we have right now.
Yeah, I mean, Killingly 3 of 14 from 3. I mean, if that's 5 of 14, I think it's an A game, but 3 of 14, I think that's the reason why they're trailing. Got to knock down a couple more three-pointers.
Crowley gets to the basket to tie us at 32. Now, St. Bernard, a notorious second half punch-you-in-the-mouth team. They come out generally with a lot of energy in the second half, and they turn up the pressure. Let's see what happens here. Gray, blocked by Kazantzis. That's his fourth, and that's huge because at this stage in the game, he is going to have to take a seat for a while.
I think they might get this on somebody else.
Oh, they gave it to Sumner, his third, and that is a huge break for Killingly.
Absolutely, because you can't win this game with Johnny on the bench, so.
First one good from Gray. And knocks them both down. 2-point lead for the Saints.
How long can Killingly continue to keep this game within a possession? The longer it goes, the more nervous St. Bernard, or more pressure St. Bernard's may feel.
Gray pulls up, hangs, no good. He has not been good from the field today. Amir Gray is normally automatic on those pull-ups, not so far. Oh, look at the little quick shot from Ashton Goodwin. Got it off Manguel, couldn't believe he got it off that quick, tied it at 34.
Killingly staying in this 2-3 zone, daring St. Bernard to shoot the 3.
Instead, Marshall gets a good look. It rattles in and out. Kazantzis finds Sumner, uses the body in the left hand, but couldn't get it to go. Amari Marshall caused it some problems. Kurt Marshall, wide open 3 is too strong.
St. Bernard now 2 of 12 from 3-point range.
Ball tipped. Officials Henderson and Viveris to chat things over.
Turnover.
Killingly disappointed in that outcome. It'll be St. Bernard ball. Marshall. Now, every time he shoots a 3, I want to remind him that he can do that. And that's much better.
I mean, it's kind of what allows teams to hang around. We saw the other night at the quarterfinals, Wyndham tied with St. Bernard in the third quarter as well.
To the basket goes Crowley. Now, he's been their spot shooter, and that's twice he's gone baseline and gotten to the basket. I think both were good decisions. Draws the foul there. He'll go to the line. If you want to stay in the game, getting to the free throw line is a good way to do it, too.
Yeah, and only a sophomore. Good-looking player here for Killingly.
They're a senior dominant team when you look at Kazantzis, Goodwin, Waterman, but Sumner, Crowley. Again, a program like Killingly's been good for a long time now. You know there's the next wave, wave coming in. Valuable minutes for the young players. And timeout St. Bernard.
Just don't look locked in, just don't look locked in. You wonder. The run comes to an end at some point. The level of intensity that you have to play with day in, day out. It's harder to sustain than people think. You think you could just roll out there and win every game easily. That's not the case. I mean, Killingly struggled with Woodstock on Friday night, and Woodstock didn't have their best player. Brady Erickson was out sick. It was tied at the half, and it's because they're kids, and the intensity level shifts. Okay, now Brady Erickson, their big 6'6" center's not here. We don't have to play as hard, and Woodstock's playing like everything's on the line, and they were in a dogfight for much of the game. But now today, the tables have turned. Now they know they have nothing to lose. House money over here for Killingly. Big Bad St. Bernard, number 4 in the state, two-time defending Division I champ. St. Bernard has to raise their energy level. Easy for Killingly to get up for this game. St. Bernard has to challenge themselves. How do we get up for this game and not look past Killingly? And kind of happened on Friday night with Wyndham, and in the second half they were able to pull away. Let's see if they're able to right now. But Killingly looks very poised, very well coached. They have some size. And if they continue to play this 2-3 zone and force jump shots, they're going to have a chance.
Kazantzis with the basketball, Mangual on him. Expect the St. Bernard defensive pressure to be turned up starting on this possession. Sumner. You can see it, it's already turning up. In and out on the 3, that would have been big from Goodwin. Robinson with a long 3, no good.
That's just a killer in my opinion. You get a stop and then you shoot the ball 3 seconds into the shot clock from your 5th best scorer.
Reach on Kurt Marshall.
There's a time and a place. We've seen Darren Robinson hit big threes in big moments. Get the ball inside first. Inside out threes, the best threes. Not that first pass to the wing. You have no offensive rebound presence when that happens in transition. So it's one and done.
I've said, the reason a lot of kids say they love playing for Mark Jones is because of the offensive freedom he gives them. He lets them play on offense if they play defense. And that means you got to live with the occasional Kurt Marshall and Darren Robinson misguided 3. Sumner in the lane, putback is good over Marshall. I give Mark Jones credit. He doesn't waver from that. But at some point, the players have to start having a little more self-awareness of game situations. Gray, that's the spot. Free throw line, he's usually money. That one goes through, and we're tied at 38.
They got to tighten it up with the rebounding action. Killingly, last couple trips, have been able to get some second chance opportunities.
3, Weston Goodwin. Killingly up 3.
They were cold from three-point range, only their 4th, but a big one right there.
Gray tries to answer, no good. Scrum on the floor, jump ball, and possession arrow favors the Saints.
It's getting to the point where St. Bernard's doesn't make a move here soon, then they're going to be in a position they have not found themselves in often, and that's having to play a 4th quarter in a pressure situation.
Good hands from Killingly. Marshall picks it up at the elbow, too strong. Kazantzis with the rebound. see the Saints jumping. Timeout, Killingly. 30-second timeout. So, in situations like this, we've seen, not always with 3 minutes left in the third period, but we've seen St. Bernard's in these kinds of close games where they, maybe drift a little bit. It's usually the intensity that's turned up, jumping the passing, jumping the screens, getting into the passing lanes. You see there, you'd expect that. Do you expect the last 3 minutes of this quarter to be a increased intensity level from St. Bernard from what we've seen? Is this the button that gets pushed right here?
Well, usually they do increase the intensity on defense. What has happened in these situations is the other team has turned the ball over. St. Bernard's has gotten 3 or 4 fast break opportunities, and they go from a close game to a 10-point lead in a snap of the fingers because they get transition baskets. What Killingly's done so well is not allow transition. They're forcing jump shots every possession, mid-range jump shots, 3 points, and they're closing out the possession with defensive rebounds. So as long as Killingly, whatever they do on offense, get back and keep playing defense, St. Bernard's is going to have to slug it out. They're not going to be able to come back quickly.
Kazantzis picks up the dribble. Harassed. Shot clock down to 10. Hall. Steal. Up ahead. Kurt Marshall finishes at the rim. Cuts it to 1.
That's what usually happens. They turn up the pressure. They get a leak out. You can't let that happen. If you turn it over, you got to get back.
There's another steal. This time Kurt Marshall again ahead of the pack. And he's fouled. And if that's on Kazantzis, that's going to be 4. Foul is on Kazantzis, so that's his 4th.
Yeah, I think you got a good call here from Coach. I think you got to give him the last 2:40 off. Let him rock in the 4th quarter.
2 shots for Kurt Marshall.
As long as you can weather this.
First one good, we're all tied at 41. Similar to what we saw in quarter number 2, but Killingly was able to fight back after the Saints had switched the lead. They won't do it without Kazantzis.
They didn't take him out, though. Instead, they took out Goodwin.
Interesting.
So, yes, very interesting.
Full court pressure from the Saints. Results in a steal. Gray. Marshall. We're going to get a foul underneath. Killingly succumbing to that pressure.
That's what usually happens. That's how St. Bernard's is able to turn the close game into a 10-point lead. Usually is they turn up that pressure, and the other team, even if you turn it over, you got to get back. And try not to have live ball turnovers. If you get in trouble, go into the turtle. Like, just cover it up. Take a 5-second violation. Get a jump ball. Let your defense set up.
1 of 2, and it's a 2-point Saints lead, and they're going to stay in that full court pressure. Kick ball by the Saints. A break for Killingly because they were in danger of 10 seconds.
Yeah, they were at 9. That resets on the out of bounds.
And see, you saw Gray. They're going to start, we haven't seen it as much. They're going to start overplaying and anticipating. You can see the intensity levels picking up a little bit.
Hey, but you got to also be careful you don't reach. You want to put Killingly on the line, so got to toe that line between aggressive and not picking up fouls 30 feet away from the basket.
Long three from Kazantzis, no good. Gray with the rebound. Amari Marshall finds Kurt Marshall. Foul is good. Jimmy, basket is good, and the foul. Lead is up to 4, and he'll be at the line for the bonus.
It's almost like they need some adversity to get motivated to play with energy, but right now, still a close game as it's all tied. Actually, that score is wrong.
Yes, 4. Another turnover. Gray, Mangual. Timeout Killingly as the run has St. Bernard's up to a 6-point lead. 1:44 remaining in the third. The Saints are rolling again. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the day's best of the best.
This is when they're at their best, right, Coach? Steal, run, finish.
Yeah, creating the turnovers, the live ball turnovers that allow them to get fast break opportunities. If you're Killingly, you do not want live ball turnovers. Got to do everything in your power to not turn the ball over and allow St. Bernard's to get a break.
Kazantzis underneath, almost turns it over. Brother Johnny hangs, scores, and listen, if you're going to stay in it, he's going to have to take the load onto his shoulders, and he did it right there. Kazantzis basket and the foul, cuts it to 4, and he's at the line.
Yeah, playing with 4 fouls. House money, I guess, from Coach Crabtree. I'm not going to chance it. You know, I'm just going to roll the dice here, and it's my best player.
You were saying?
Offense, defense.
I mean, that's a veteran coach's, move right there, right? It's becoming in fashion again, by the way, too. It's one of those things that even young coaches have learned. It's every chance you can get a guy to give him a little break from it. Nice move by Amir Gray. He got all the way under the basket, found a sliver, and the Saints will stay in the full court.
Without Kazantzis now, Killingly has to be extra careful with the ball.
Sumner lost it. Gray splits defenders. And a foul underneath. Kurt Marshall spun, got a hand onto his elbow. He'll shoot 2.
Just a whirling dervish in there, Amir Gray, finding a way to weave through the traffic of red jerseys, maroon jerseys, and finds Curtis with the behind-the-back pass. Good catch by Curtis on the baseline. Thought that was going out of bounds.
So Kurt Marshall will shoot 2. Kazantzis is going to come back into the game. Sumner's out. First one from Marshall is good. Lead is up to 6. So Sumner fouled out. That was his 5th foul. And Kazantzis back into the game with 4. Brevin Gonzalez finds Mangual, who finds Marshall. 3 Saints touch the ball off an offensive rebound. The lead is 8. Kazantzis, Peter underneath the basket. Amari Marshall hangs in the lane, gets it to go. Kazantzis tried to throw it down and got himself pinned. Gray finds Marshall, and he goes, "That's how you throw it down, Johnny." That's the end of the third quarter. An emphatic finish. The Saints are up 10 on Amari Marshall's two-handed throwdown. Fourth quarter action coming. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com.
Communities that are no longer covered by local newspapers become news deserts that lack journalists providing government oversight and access to quality information. The Day is committed to providing comprehensive news coverage in every town in southeastern Connecticut, but we've had to scale back coverage in some towns, including Ledyard and North Stonington, due to market forces affecting local news companies around the country. We need the continued support of the communities we serve to help fund additional staffing that enables us to provide the kind of coverage our readers expect in every town in the region. If you'd like to support the Day's News Desert Fund, please visit givebutter.com/theday.
They're at their best when they run, and when Amari Marshall can get involved. Saints up 10 as we head into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
1,000 points right there.
Yeah, and the player of the year, that's what he does, and that's what St. Bernard's does. They turn you over in live ball situations. It went from a deficit to a 10-point lead in just a few minutes of game time. You have to take care of the basketball. Now, Killingly to scratch their way back into this. They've been close all game long. They got to hit some three-pointers. That has dried up. They only hit one three-pointer in the third quarter. They're going to have to hit some to get back into it.
Killingly will open the fourth quarter with the biggest deficit they have faced all game. It's 10. The Saints turning the pressure up. Stay here with Killingly. Kazantzis, Marshall on him. Marshall went for the steal. Kazantzis into the corner. 3. Knocked down by Ashton Goodwin.
Needed it. Needed to get some hope back. Now you need to stop. Force the Saints to shoot.
Gray tries to answer. Short. Kazantzis splits the double. Kicks out. Another Goodwin 3 is long. Now Kurt Marshall ahead all the way to the basket, and you can't get it to go. Goodwin loses it out of bounds, but it was Gray who knocked it away.
Opportunity here for Killingly. Cut more into that lead. Got to keep grinding. Get some good shots.
Almost stolen by Gray. Instead, Goodwin tracks it down, gets it to Kazantzis. Three, long good by Kazantzis. Amari Marshall brings down the rebound. Mangual knifes his way to the basket and scores.
Now, one of the first times that St. Bernard has been able to knife through that zone without any restriction.
Turnover. Mangual. Showtime. Kurt for the dunk.
It's those live ball turnovers. They turn them into points in a hurry.
Nice drive to the basket, but blocked by Amari Marshall. Waterman to Kazantzis. Almost a turnover again. Killingly just right now feeling the air being slowly squeezed out of them by a pressuring St. Bernard half-court defense. Kazantzis, no good. Leak out. Mangual, your turn. Timeout. Killingly, as the lead has gotten up to 13, and the dunks are becoming plentiful for the Saints. Full timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Last year, Waterford senior number 4 on the grade 8, the Olympico kick. I'm here with Cam Dickinson. I don't think she can pull it off. It looks way too hard. I think it was a fluke. Get it done.
I got it.
That was just too easy, and that is a grade 8 play. Send in your best plays and see if you can beat that and make this year's grade 8 Olympico style.
Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. Nothing like some brotherly love. Marshall Curtis after Amari brought it down at the end of the third period. Kurt's turn. And the lead is up now to 13. As we head down the stretch, 5:25 remaining. And Juice, we said we hadn't had a game close at the 6-minute mark in all of the 6 previous semifinals on the girls and boys side. This was the most competitive game we had had through 3 quarters. This and the Bacon Academy girls game. But this one quickly turning the way of those.
Yeah, and it's as much as you want to say the turnovers, as Mangual acrobatically scores, as much as you want to say the turnovers have hurt Killingly, also the missed threes, because you got to keep finding ways to score against St. Bernard's.
Quinn Crowley comes right back, knocks down a 3, but the Saints are running. Mangual is unstoppable at the basket right now. 3 straight trips, Mangual's gotten to the hoop. Foul on Gonzalez, and you got a piece of Kazantzis.
Well, Killingly opened up to game 3 of 9 from 3-point range. But they've only hit 3 since. They're 6 of 24. And I think, you probably were going to need to shoot 40-50% from 3 to keep up with the Saints. As I said, you probably need to score 70 to beat them, maybe high 60s. But even when they're having a bad game, they get over 70. They're going to easily get over 70 again tonight. And, played a lot better in the 3rd and 4th quarter, but still not their A game overall.
Marshall spins baseline, draws the foul. He'll go shoot 2.
Personal foul number 13. Getting Kazantzis his 3rd. Amari Marshall to the line, shooting 2.
So 2 for Amari Marshall. one more. Lead is 12.
Kazantzis still playing with 4 fouls, so he's done a good job. Picked up his 4th with about 2:30 left in the third. He's done a good job not to foul out of this game.
Yeah, he has.
Not over yet. Killingly can still come back. Got to hit some threes. Take care of the ball. A couple missed free throws help here.
Mangual, nice feed. Marshall, no. Marshall, yes.
That was something they were doing so well early in the game, not allowing St. Bernard to get those second chances.
Gray brings down the air ball. Ill-advised bounce pass, but he steals it, finds Mangual. Stop on a dime. Finishes, the lead is 16.
Just like that, right? It's crazy. I mean, it's a Killingly lead, it's a tie game, and now it's almost quitting time.
Crowley will get to the line. He'll shoot too. Of course, the nightcap tonight, the final of our 4 semifinals today, will feature the #1 seeded New London High School Whalers and the #4 NFA Wildcats. There's NFA actually the 5. They beat Fitch the 4. So the #1 and the #5 seeds, the Whalers and Wildcats, in what will be our final semifinal. We'll see who the St. Bernard Saints are on track to play Wednesday. Everyone kind of assumed they wanted to get like one of those it's easy target button or Staples buttons. Everyone just wanted to hit it before the tournament and send New London and St. Bernard to the final. You got to play these. NFA wants very much to throw a monkey wrench into that whole program. Gray gets to the basket.
Yeah, and it'll be pretty much the same formula that Killingly needed. NFA's going to have to shoot the ball well from the outside and take care of the basketball against that pressure defense from the Whalers.
The biggest difference, the St. Bernards do it with that one group who never wavers. New London sends waves. Two and a half remaining. Step back 3 for Mangual, no. Mangual picks up the foul at half court.
Personal foul number 14, Tyler Mangual, his 3rd.
They're so talented and they know each other so well, they can just kind of turn it on and off.
72 points. You know, you wouldn't know that they didn't have a good offensive start.
Yeah, if you look at the statistics, they are not good.
Gonzalez finds Marshall, and Kurt knocks it down, and he'll go to the line for the bonus. And the lead just keeps ballooning. Hard to believe this was an 8-point Killingly lead at one point.
Yeah, and they just do it through sheer volume. They weren't shooting the ball well. 10 of 33 at halftime. But they just get more shots up, create turnovers, second chance opportunities from offensive rebounds. Just get a lot more shots than the opponent, and in the end, that always seems to be the difference.
Kazantzis, he draws the foul on Gonzalez, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as well. Second foul on Brevin Gonzalez.
Personal foul number 1, Brevin Gonzalez, his 2nd.
26 of 58 now, unofficially for the Saints. So creeping back towards 50% shooting after shooting under 30% in the first half.
A lot of layups necessary for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Johnny Kazantzis, his ECC career is likely to come to an end here. what a career he has had. And Killingly, excellent year. They'll be formidable, but they're in a interesting bracket. D3, I feel, is the most hit or miss of any of the divisions.
The number 3 seed, so a chance to get 3 home games.
Which, as you know, in Killingly, can be a big deal.
Absolutely.
Because there's no place that's not 45 minutes from Killingly.
Right, so a lot to look forward to. They had a game effort today. Had the Saints on the ropes for 2.5 quarters.
One more time for us, Kurt. Windmill, no good. Big smile, though. Marshall said, you want to try it again? Try it again.
Don't break the rim, Kurt. We got 1 more to go.
Timeout with a minute remaining, 58.6. I think we'll get some subs into the game here.
Timeout, St. At this time, we'd like all award winners to come to the scorer's table. All award winners.
58.6 seconds remaining in this one. 20-point lead. Second time, a charm. The windmill was no good. $30 points for Kurt Marshall. Is there such a thing as a quiet 30?
Well, quiet maybe from the amount of times we called his name, but not quiet from the rim being rocked.
30 without a 3, which is, by the way, also rare in today's game.
Yeah, I mean, he would have had 40 if he forewent the 3-point shot. Forewent? I don't think that's a word. If he did not shoot the 3-point shot.
Nice dump down, and
we'll do the same thing.
Trevor Galarza.
And then right at the end, we have a Player of the Year award.
Baseline jumper, no good. Down under 20 seconds. $13 remaining.
Yeah, just the motor that the young sophomore Curtis Marshall has in the open floor. It's like a freight train. Must be what it felt like to try and tackle Jim Brown back in the day.
That'll do it. 18-point victory for St. Bernard's. We'll be back with interview with head coach Mark Jones and the Roberto Log Cabin Player of the Game Day. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Tonight's Player of the Game is brought to you by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy rustic home of comfort food. Family owned and operated, The Cabin, as it's fondly known, offers a diverse menu of hearty fare from burgers to the best ribs in the state. So come check out the Hallway of History and the newly renovated tavern. Sample the diverse menu. Get your craft beers and cocktails, all while watching your favorite sports on one of their 10 TVs. Stop in and see Rob and the crew and tell them Game Day sent you. Player of the Game by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant.
Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe.
Back here at the X as Casey O'Neill down on the floor gathering the victorious St. Bernard Saints, who have knocked off Killingly here in the first Division I semifinal matchup. They'll try for the three-peat on Wednesday at Mohegan Sun against the winner of our next game, New London and NFA. But right now, let's go down on the floor with our player of the game. Casey, take it away.
He is the Roberto's Log Cabin Player of the Game Day, Curtis Marshall of St. Bernard, the quietest. I don't know if you can say it's a quiet 30 when you shackify the rim a couple of times, but 30 points. Let's start with this. You bring the shirt, you go to Roberto's in Lebanon, Connecticut, bring the family, bring the team, free plate of wings, courtesy of Roberto. So you guys are back in the finals. at Mohegan Sun on Wednesday. Off to a slow start today. What turned it around for you guys?
We just talked at halftime, and we know what we had to do to win the game, and we just stayed together and stayed with confidence and got the dub.
So when you guys get going like you did today and the defense feeds into offense and you start flying around, do you feel like the defensive side of things is where it really starts for you?
Yeah, we hang our hats on the defensive side. We know that if we just stay in front and get steals, get rebound, and then get out in transition, we know teams can't stop us.
What is it about this team that makes you feel confident heading not only into the finals of the ECC, but into the Division I state tournament?
I just know that there's nobody on the team that's selfish, and we all just want to win and get a state championship.
He is the Roberto's Log Cabin player of the game. Now, Coach, I feel like we've done this an awful lot, but you've talked and we've talked about this special senior group and the careers they've had. One more time at Mohegan Sun for an ECC crown. Just reflect for a second on, what that really means in the careers of these kids.
Oh, it means everything. You would wish for a freshman class to come in like this. And then you got, sophomores and juniors. They're just an unbelievable group and unbelievable team. And what Curtis said was right. Nobody's selfish on this team. You know what I mean? And that's why when you say a quiet 30, it's because everybody's getting involved. Everybody's playing together. It doesn't look like he's trying to get 30. He's just getting it in the flow of the game. So, but he had an unbelievable game today too. And we're just looking forward to seeing how this group, ends the season.
You're at a point now where a loss ends a season, either in the tournament and then the big tournament. You guys have not gotten off to the best starts. What does this group need to do to change that?
I don't know if it's the warm-ups. I don't know if it's, us coming out different or something. But we haven't been getting off to really bad starts. And when you play good teams in championships, can't do that. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to work on it.
I think we'll just say you're down 8 going into the fourth quarter, and you guys can then, come out and play. One thing I will say for you, Coach, is that your players are given a lot of freedom on the offensive side of things, but you say defense is non-negotiable. You guys proved that tonight by turning up the defense. When this team is at its best, what do you see out there?
Us sharing the ball, and then us guarding, us keeping guys in front, not reaching all the time, because we have a tendency to reach a lot, and we all do it. So if we could keep guys in front and get stops and then run, we'll be really good.
Well, I think everyone's expecting, we're a long way from it. I think everyone's expecting, another showdown at the Sun and then a great run in the tournament. So let me just say it now. It has been a great time covering you guys over these years. Good luck on Wednesday and then moving forward into the D1 tournament.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
The Saints are going to run at the Sun on Wednesday. We'll find out, is it going to be NFA or New London?
All right,
Back to you, Juice.
All right, Casey. Saints marching to the finals. We'll be back to see who they play. It's either NFA or New London. We'll step aside and come right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
One final spot at Mohegan Sun remains in the ECC basketball tournament. The girls set yesterday. The boys 3/4 of the way there. The final one tonight here at the X features the number 1 seeded New London High School Whalers and the number 5 seeded NFA Wildcats, who will move on to face the St. Bernard Saints. All the action soon to come live on Game Day. Game Day brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. They're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, cosmetic boost, their experienced team has you covered. So enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today at Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Casey O'Neill along with the coach, Chris Giusti, and we know that we've got chalk in the girls' D2, Wyndham Stonington. Chalk in the girls' D1, Bacon Academy, NFA. D2 boys, yes, Griswold, Montville. The only Cinderella left in the field, St. Bernard. Can NFA bust out a slipper, or is New London going to do what everyone thinks and make it St. Bernard, New London 3? The rubber match at Mohegan Sun on Wednesday. Welcome to the final of your 8 semifinal games of this weekend. And in some ways, the game that I think we both agree has potential to be interesting if NFA can play kind of like what Killingly did in the previous semifinal.
Yeah, the old rivalry renewed here. NFA peaking at the right time. They're 10-11, but been playing really good basketball of late. Throttled Griswold last week by 22, and we saw how impressive that Griswold team was today. But it's hard to make a case, Casey, that there's any team in the state hotter than the New London Whalers. After starting 2-3, they have won 16 in a row. They are 18-3 rather, and ranked number 8 in the state poll, number 3 in the Division II state tournament. They're trying to hold serve to match up with St. Bernard on Wednesday night. NFA going to try to muddy that plan.
Going all the way back to the Holiday Classic, St. Bernard, New London won. We said the most talented roster Coach Dave Cornish has probably ever had in any of his places. As good as Ledgerd was, as good as he was at NFA, this roster is loaded. Well, we're moments away from the opening tip, and it's sponsored by Kuchar Financial. When you want more than just tips, when you want sound financial planning, go see Lee Kuchar at Kuchar Financial in New London. He can help you with your financial planning and investment. It's tax season. He's got preparation for your business or your personal needs, so you can feel better about your financial decisions. Go see Lee Kuchar at Kuchar Financial. Tell him Game Day sent you. Back to New London for a second. 3 losses, not a bad one in the bunch. They lost to 3 ranked teams in the state of Connecticut. They were all relatively close. They've also beaten some really good teams. D2, you look at their bracket in D2, it's very favorable in a lot of ways. A lot of people are thinking they've got a possible road into the final. NFA on the other side of things, yeah, they're 9-11. They've got some good wins against some good teams on this schedule. And when they put it together, they can be dangerous. Talk a little bit about what NFA needs to do here.
I think they need to take care of the basketball, limit New London to 1 shot, and they're going to have to hit some timely 3-pointers.
New London with the opening tip win.
NFA will play this matchup zone. Sometimes looks like it's man.
High post to Badette. He spins, swings. Robinson. He kicks, and Robinson for 3. It's going to be long. Badette's there for the offensive rebound. He gets tied up, and possession favors NFA.
So we saw in the first game, that's how Killingly was able to get a lead on St. Bernard. St. Bernard came out content to shoot threes. They missed them, and Killingly was able to score.
Turnover right in the other way. And when we saw New London home against Fitch in a game everyone was looking forward to, and New London just absolutely pounced on them. And you made the statement there that was the New London team people were expecting. And since that point, they haven't lost, and it's been through that pressure defense that they get their offense.
Yeah, you see it right there, right away, not hesitating.
Warren tried to find Badette, picked off. Wildcats come the other direction. Lavoie.
New London's got to do a good job closing out on shooters. If you give NFA time to set up and shoot, they're very good at shooting the outside shot.
Lavoie, Johnston, Ford, Graham, and Stringer for the Wildcats. Badette, rebound. Badette, Phillips, Warren, Robinson, and McKelvin. Badette will be fouled on the elbow, at the elbow, by Ethan Graham, and he'll go to the line and shoot two.
That's a tough foul. You challenge jump shooters, box out. Don't foul jump shooters. Coach Curlin, one of his principles of man-to-man, never foul jump shooters.
You know, we talked about back all the way in the beginning of the year, when was New London going to become New London? One of the things that we said had to happen was that J.J. Robinson needed to get that comfort level. First year back at New London, he's achieved that. He's running this show. The other thing we said was that Jackson Badette needs to be big for them, and he has been. Second team All-ECC and really playing great basketball, double-double machine. Phillips tried to find Badette. That'll be tied up. That'll stay here.
Yeah, you can see this zone for NFA. It's not your traditional 2-3 passive zone that's just going to force you to shoot threes. They're very active in the passing lanes. They create a lot of turnovers and havoc.
New London's half-court set has always been, traditionally, its Achilles heel. They find Warren. He kicks back. I think that's a shot he needs to turn around and take.
Yeah, see how aggressively Stringer comes out and plays the ball out of the zone.
Robinson finds himself in trouble, and that's going to be a walk. Good defense again from the Wildcats.
And I saw it last week when Griswold really struggled against it. Saw them not struggle at all today against Ledyard.
Turnover the other direction. Badette finishes in the lane.
But NFA can't do that. Live ball turnovers is going to end this game quick for the Wildcats. Got to take care of the ball.
There's another one. Robinson picks it off. Again to Badette. No. Robinson picks up the offensive rebound. It's knocked out of bounds by NFA. Just like we saw in game one, though, with St. Bernard's, it's going to be the turnovers and easy baskets more than the half-court offense that New London's going to rely on. Badette put it on the floor. They've wanted him to stop doing that. They've told him they want it up high, go high. As soon as he put it on the floor, he got tied up and lose their possession out.
But, back to New London's defense. They're not waiting to press. They're pressing from minute one, which, as I've mentioned before, here's another turnover, is a staple of the Dave Cornish, Troy McKelvin regime. They did this so well when they coached together at Ledyard.
This roster suited for it, too. Deep off the bench. They can go as many as 10 deep if they want to. You'll see at least 8 early. Dump down to Badette. Great weak side defense. Graham comes over, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with New London. And we'll quickly see Javon Thompson into the game for NFA. And a quick timeout called by New London. 30 seconds, they'll talk things over.
So NFA's been good defensively. Very solid. Hasn't given up easy shots, but have turned the ball over 4 times. Only 1 shot attempt so far. That's an issue. Much like we said in the first game, Killingly was going to have to score about 70 points to have a chance to beat St. Bernard. I'm going to put it at that same number. NFA's got to get 70 points to be able to beat this New London team, because eventually New London's going to get rolling. They have shooters. They can get out in transition. So NFA's going to have to find ways to get it across half court. If they can't get shots up, they're not going to be able to win.
Whalers will inbound underneath, just to the side of their own basket. Robinson will inbound. Be careful, they're almost 5 seconds, but he gets it to Boo Boo Phillips. ECC first teamer. McKelvin at the high post, spins, gets to the basket with the left hand, he'll shoot 2. And I give Troy McKelvin Jr. a lot of credit. Emerging star at St. Bernard. Follows dad here to New London, which is where he's from. Gets back to the, but on this team, his role was unclear early. What does he need to do? And to his credit, that's the question he has been asking all year. What do I need to do to make this team better? What's the best thing I can be? You know, was it on the interior? Maybe. Was it outside? Maybe. Was it defensive? Maybe. Like, his role is probably the most fluid of anyone on the team.
Yeah, he's got to fit what they need at the time. If he has to be the interior defender, if he has to step out and hit a 3. Misses 2, but Savon Warren with the rebound.
And he misses, and NFA will have the possession. See if they can figure out this pressure in New London.
It's that diamond full court press. They get it to Lavoie. He's a great ball handler.
Thompson had it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcat.
NFA has this triumvirate of sophomores, Carter Stringer, Jameer Ford, and Josh Lavoie, that are going to be the foundation and core of this team for the next 2 years.
Ford with the 3, no good. McKelvin skies for the rebound, and quickly Robinson will push. Warren goes baseline, hangs in the air, and gets it to go. Good job breaking the pressure this time. No foul called, which surprised me on the attempt, and NFA will have it underneath their own basket.
A little bit more success, though, breaking the press. Usually if you can break that press, you're going to get a transition layup opportunity. Lavoie very good against St. Bernard last week, had 28 points.
Nice move up and under from Ethan Graham.
He's probably their most steady scorer. He's like their men's league player. Get it inside, give you a little up and under, can hit a face-up 15-footer.
McKelvin, left hand from an impossible angle. So you're saying that Ethan Graham has an old man's game?
Well, we saw it on game day. We called him the Binky.
Yeah, he's the Binky.
He's like their safety net. When you need a bucket, you get it to Ethan. He finds a way to score. He can hit a jumper. He can step back and hit a 3. He can hit you with an up and under post move. Undersized. He's the biggest guy they got, really. And it's not that tall. So NFA lacking a true post player.
Amir Hall into the game. Warren has a seat. Loose ball scrum. That's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow favors the Whalers.
Yeah, Thompson came into the game for Stringer early for NFA. He gives them a little bit more athleticism, some speed and defense. Stringer's really their spot-up three-point shooter, so they miss his shooting when he's not on the floor, but Thompson gives him some more athleticism and defense.
Hall's good shooter from the wing, in and out. McKelvin hard up for the rebound. He fights, stripped, finds Hall again. This time he tries to go baseline. He gets bumped. Amir Hall is something, if they're going to play that zone, even in the aggressive zone, he's the guy that can soften that thing up. He's a very good spot-up shooter.
Yeah, but the thing that NFA does well at is they close out. So there will be opportunities to shoot the 3, but you got to get your shot off quick. You can't hesitate.
Badette, beautiful move into the lane. Can't finish it, though. Other direction, Ford to Johnston. Lavoie drives, blocked by Badette. Graham gets it. He can't get it to go, and Badette scores, gets up high for the defensive rebound. Boo Boo Phillips for 3. No good, back iron. Look at McKelvin go up high. He can't get it to go down. Badette, he scores. Whalers working the offensive glass.
Yeah, the offensive rebounding is hurting the Wildcats right now. They got to find a way to get defensive boards.
Hall, one-on-one. Good hands from the Wildcats, but he gets it to Badette. Phillips. Oh, he hit Badette on the outside hand instead of the inside hand. It was close, just offline.
Badette very active, though, early. Had the block just a minute ago down on the defensive end. Sprinted down the floor to get in position for that. He's a difference maker on the back line of that press. You got to have somebody smart in the back line of the press that could still challenge a shot if the offensive team breaks your initial trap.
Lavoie, good job with the pressure that time. Ford, no good. Hall with the weak side rebound. Phillips, blocked. Thompson got that one.
See the athleticism of Thompson. That's why Coach Brown made that sub early, but he's got Stringer back in.
That's their three-point guy. That was in and out. NFA needs a basket. It's 9-2, but shots not going down here early for them.
And if you were watching the broadcast yesterday, yes, Carter is related to the point guard for the NFA girls. Brooke Stringer, our Roberto's Log Cabin player of the game last night as the NFA girls advanced to the Division I final on Wednesday.
Hall, open three, good. Amir Hall is a shooter. Three goes down, and the Whalers are up 10.
Yeah, he's one of those quick release, just camping out in the corner there like the NBA players. You know, it's the hard closeout to that deep corner.
There she is. You can tell she's the one that looks like she had an MMA fight last night.
Oh, man, she had the Band-Aids on and played a great game.
Caden Gaskin into the game for the Whalers along with Jameer Hall, and they forced a turnover and a timeout called by NFA.
Yeah, Coach Brown saves the turnover because they got it into what's called the coffin corner. You don't want to inbounds the ball into that corner against this diamond press. If you do, you got to get it reversed really quick, immediately. You got to get it back to the inbounder or into the middle. You want to try to set up a press break option where you inbound the ball in the middle third of the court. You cannot inbound the ball on the outer thirds of the court. That's where the trap really is most effective. If you're going to inbound it to an outer third, it's got to be the far outer third so that man playing the ball has a longer run to try and trap. But if you look, it's going to be KK on the ball. Wherever that first pass goes, he's going to run and try to trap it.
High pass over the top. And we're going to get a double dribble. Turnover will go over to the Whalers.
5 turnovers for the Wildcats, and this is the style of play. This is Whaler basketball dating back to the old days, your days, Casey. You know, you make them speed it up, you trap them, make the game ugly, try to get into a up-tempo game. NFA doing their best with this zone to try and control tempo.
Jack Philliston into the game, replacing Badette. So 9 Whalers have already played here in the first quarter. Robinson tried to split it, couldn't find Philliston. Lavoie steps into a 3, back iron, no good. Lavoie, nice look underneath. And a basket is good by Thompson and a foul on Philliston. He'll go to the line.
Good toughness from Thompson to finish with the contact there and give NFA a much-needed bucket. Stop this Whaler barrage.
Phillips back into the ball game. Robinson will get his first breather. We talked about the Whaler depth. 9 players in the first quarter.
And when they press like that, it just keeps players fresh. It's a philosophy that you have to commit to.
And the health matters. And we saw that early in the season. They weren't fully healthy. And Coach Cornish said, once we get healthy, watch out, because then we'll be able to go. And this is one of the players, Hall, who was hurt early in the season. Gaskin was slow coming off of football. Offensive foul. Nice job by Graham, stood his ground. So Stonington, NFA, Windham, and St. Bernard all had double opportunities to make the finals. They all had boys and girls teams in the semifinals. Stonington, Windham, St. Bernard, no. NFA, the last chance for a double dip in finals action, or else we will have 8 different teams in the finals. Steal by New London. Gaskin off to the races. Draws contact. Can't get it to go. Johnson with Hall. And he finishes. The lead is cut to 5 as the first quarter ends. Way to finish it for the Wildcats. Second quarter coming up. You're watching Game Day live on TheDay.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports. All of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce them. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
Let's harken back to the golden age of Game Day, when a young man named Liam Spellman was on back-to-back state champions here at Waterford. Oh, and once upon a time, even back farther, there was the original Tyson, state champion, and in my opinion, the GOAT at New London High School. All deference to Delagrange, Simone, and Dunn. I could put together a pretty good men's league team from the crowd that's in here tonight.
Absolutely.
I got Sports Doctor at my power forward, though. But he's Sports Doctor's a chucker, though. That's the problem. And if that's a big basket, that's like that 2-for-1, right? They get the possession to start the quarter off them. And that 3 would have been huge, but Stringer just short.
Yeah, but NFA's defense is really containing New London's firepower. Only 12 points from the Whalers in the first half, so at this rate, maybe the game is going to be played more in the 50s.
This is a defensive team on the floor for New London right now. The offense here in the half court is Hall shooting the 3, or Phillips getting to the basket. And Boo Boo for 2.
Like that. NFA's got to cut that baseline off. Can't let Boo Boo get to the basket that easily.
Johnston with a long 3 is no good. That'll go out of bounds, Whaler basketball.
Yeah, and NFA's got to hit some 3s if they're going to pull this one out. Struggling right now, 0 of 7 from three-point range.
Amir Hall, Jack Philliston, Caden Gaskin, and Boo Boo Phillips on the floor right now for New London. And that ball out of bounds off of NFA as Thompson checks back in for NFA. So Lavoie, Thompson, Ford, Stringer, and Graham on the floor for the Wildcats. Hall, open 3 is short. Gaskin fights for the offensive rebound. It's loose. And Thompson grabs it and is fouled by Philliston.
Holding the Whalers to 1 shot. That's good. Now they have to face this pressure, though. So not a terrible foul by Gaskin because you get to set up your press. Made baskets and dead balls, you get to set up your pressure. Looks like they're going to back off a little bit here. Dropping a straight man here, Casey.
Ford, dangerous with Hall. Lavoie had himself in danger spot as well. Turns it over. JJ fouled hard as he goes to the rim, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah. They decided to back off, play traditional man, but little run and jump action. When the ball handler turns his back, you got to be concerned because somebody's running at you. So a lot of contact let go on the initial steal. And JJ can get to the hoop so fast, one of the fastest players we've seen going north-south.
First one knocked down. One more for Robinson. Second one is good as well. Lead back up to 9.
So even though it looks like the Whalers are in man, you got to be concerned if you pick up your dribble, if you turn your back for a trap.
Graham, 3, no good. Tie up on the floor, jump ball, possession arrow. Says it stays here. Nope, Whaler basketball.
Another missed 3 for the Wildcats, 0 of 8.
Warren into the game. New London with 4 of its original starting 5 now back into the ballgame.
You know, some teams can overcome not shooting well from 3. St. Bernard's shot horribly from 3 in the semifinal. They win by 18. They have guys that can get up and break the rim. NFA needs to hit outside shots.
Warren no good. Badette no good on the follow. Lavoie on top. Graham and Thompson. Hand check, foul called on Gaskin. McKelvin will check back into the game for New London.
Impressed so far with the Whalers' ability to play a game that's not up-tempo and still be comfortable. They don't look like they're forcing the action, and they look like they're more comfortable just settling down and playing hard defense.
Ford, spot up 3, no. Graham with a rebound. Lavoie kicks out. Stringer for 3, got it! And the foul, 4-point play opportunity for Carter Stringer. Cuts the lead to 6, and that could be 5.
Yeah, that's what he does. And finally, on the 10th three-point shot attempt, NFA gets one to fall, and they get the bonus of an extra free throw attempt to try and cut this lead.
And he does. Whalers push it right away the other direction. Phillips hangs in the air and gets the soft bounce to go.
And when he's able to get those runners in the lane, he's awfully tough to stop. And sometimes he can get out of control.
Turnover. And a foul on Lavoie as he knocked into Phillips.
NFA's 8th turnover of the game. Got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
JJ. Robinson. Now Boo Boo Phillips. Nice look. Badette tried to dump it down to McKelvin, but good hands from Thompson.
Yeah, he made up his mind that he was passing the high-low before he looked at it where the defense was.
Stringer with another 3. Nothing but net there for Carter Stringer, and the lead is 4.
Yeah,
you said it, right?
Great shooter. Great shooter. When he gets hot, he doesn't hit the rim.
Robinson, no. Offensive rebound, yes. Throws it off of Stringer, and it'll stay with the Whalers.
Yeah, this is going to be a grind for the Whalers. There's going to be nothing easy whenever NFA is able to set up their half-court defense. They have to be patient, make good decisions, can't force the action.
Like that.
Got lucky there, bounced off of NFA. That could have been a steal as well.
Gaskin's going to come in for Badette, so they'll be a little smaller.
So many of these New London players are so good off the bounce. This zone prevents you really from getting one-on-one matchups.
Phillips rises and scores at the rim.
As I say that, the C's part, Phillips easily gets to the rim.
Good hands. Thompson, pump fake, and scores himself.
Excellent pump fake by Thompson. Got to be aware that they're coming for that block right away. Got ourselves a game, Casey.
Warren, ill-advised pass. Graham blows right past, scores the basket, and it's a 2-point lead for the Whalers.
3 straight baskets for the Wildcats. Savon leaves his feet to pass. That's a no-no. Easy to steal those.
Long 3 for Phillips, no good. Weak side. Warren and Robinson banged into each other, but Warren gets it. Wild acrobatic layup is good. Savon Warren is soaring for 2.
Yeah, hustle rebound by Robinson and Warren to save that missed 3.
Dangerous cross-court diagonal, and it forced a knee buckle for Stringer. Turnover.
Yeah, that was a decision that was kind of made based on his teammate says, I'm open, throw it to me. But lucky just to complete the pass, but Stringer not really in a position to score with that hard closeout. Couldn't get his balance after the catch.
Whistle. Blood. Looks like Gaskin has a cut, so they're going to attend to him.
Going to have to take care of that jersey, too. Can't have blood on the jersey, so that'll take a little bit.
So they're going to have to...
They got 30 seconds, but probably going to have to make a sub. I don't know if they'll get...
I don't believe he's bleeding. I believe it's blood on the jersey. So if that's the case, they're going to attend to the jersey and then...
Sports doctor keeps telling us somebody's bleeding. Didn't fall out of the sky.
Actually.
There he is, Mr. Quiet 30.
That's a guy that looks like he just scored 30, didn't it, by the way? That's I've never looked that comfortable or chill in my life because I've never scored 30.
What a performance in the second half from Curtis Marshall and the St. Bernard Saints. They advance to their 3rd straight ECC tournament final.
Phillips with the left, hangs in the air, draws the foul, he'll shoot 2.
They weren't able to clean the jersey. Warren checked in for Gaskin.
And they're still attending to it and finding that, in fact, he was bleeding. Because, listen, he's the sports doctor. You know, I want to make a point about the guy at the line right now, Deshaun Phillips. I think he, in some ways, became sort of a forgotten star in New London. He was so good as a freshman, he and Warren. And he's had a great career at New London. But he's had nagging injuries, disappointments in the seasons. This year has been his most complete season. He has been a first-team All-ECC player, a Player of the Year candidate, and he's been really, really good.
Thompson.
Phillips. Hall from the corner for 3, no. Warren ends up with the offensive rebound and loses it. Good hands. Thompson's got really good minutes going right now for NFA.
Absolutely. Coach Brown working that lineup, those substitutions well. NFA will not wither. This season they've gone through a lot of adversity.
3, Stringer. Ring the bell, Stringer. We're tied up. 10 for Carter Stringer.
And the crowd has come alive for NFA.
McKelvin likes that left. Can't get it to go. And I'm about to say NFA could take a lead. That is words I did not think I would say here at this juncture of the game. No matter what happens, they're going to go into halftime in great shape. Eerily similar to game one here of the semifinal. Lavoie blocked by Warren. Kick out. Open three, back iron. Numbers. Warren ahead of the pack. Fouled. Basket is good. He'll go to the line. Unfortunate set of circumstances for NFA. They went from looking at a 3-point lead to looking at a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, those are the kinds of bounces you need when you're trying to pull an upset. And Stringer there just got caught in no man's land. Am I going to let him go? Maybe he's going to dunk it, and the crowd's going to go crazy. You kind of got to put him in the floor there if you're going to decide that you want to foul him.
No good, back iron. Knocked out of bounds by Warren. It'll be NFA basketball.
Free throw doesn't go in, so the foul doesn't hurt NFA. Shot clock off, so worst case scenario should be down 2. Got to take care of the ball here.
Lavoie. Phillips guards him. No rush here for NFA. Lavoie bursts to the basket, can't get it to go, but Graham's there to clean it up. We're tied up. Robinson in the other direction. Long three from Hall, in and out, no good. Can NFA get one to go? It's good if it is. We're at halftime, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. 25-25, the Wildcats have come to play. Whalers blow a lead. Stay tuned for a highlight package and then second half action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
That's one of the things we're preaching, playing for each other, and then obviously having brothers on the team. They're definitely playing for each other.
It's fun. At the end of the day, that's what we're there. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have fun, and we're both competitive. So we're gonna go at each other here and there.
Usually on one-on-ones, we're push each other, like give me your best shot type deal, just competitiveness.
Are you more likely to throw an elbow or your brother?
It would probably be me. I would say I'm the more physical one. I would say I'm the more competitive than he is. He's more chill. He's more relaxed, and I go get it.
I would assume they definitely have a little competitive edge and inspire each other to get after a little bit. I know on the bench one is really cheering for the other, and you could tell it's a different vibe between the two.
I always looked at him as an older brother first, and then as a captain, I always have to respect that he's a captain and listen to him.
I'm not gonna say he gives me the right, but I'm gonna get on him about certain stuff. He's part of my team. I'm gonna hold him accountable. He's gonna hold me accountable, and we're gonna get better.
I could definitely sense a little chemistry between the two on the court, definitely. They spend a lot of time together in the gym, obviously working together, working on their game. On the off-season, they spent a lot of time in the weight room together, running together, so definitely a little chemistry is definitely developing from that.
I mean, we've always played basketball together. It just came natural. We're always there. If I go to a workout, he's there. If I'm in a game, he's gonna be there. We always just played basketball together, so I know where he is, he knows where I am, and we work off of that.
We always played at the elementary school, Uncas, over there. We always had games over there. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been on the basketball team where he wasn't on my team. So we just always played together.
When I had got injured, I tried to get back up one more time, but I knew it was over, and it really hurt me because we were having a great game. We were about to beat St. Bernard's. We were up 21 points.
I just thought he had maybe twisted his ankle or, something like that, because when he came out, he was limping, so we subbed him out. We're not playing as well anymore. They're cutting into our lead. So I walk down the end of the bench again, and I say, what's going on with Savon, man? What are we doing? And they say, Coach, he can't even bend his knee. And right then and there, I just knew we were in trouble. I knew we were in trouble because that night he was our best player.
It was a little bit of a dark place, quote unquote. But then I just started studying basketball more. I started supporting my team more, really taking time to think of the sport and other aspects. I was just really sad that I couldn't be there and play for my team anymore. But I knew that I would be here next year. I took a lot of time to think about the mental aspect of the sport of basketball, and I just kept pushing through. That's all. If you keep pushing, you could get back to 100.
Well, Savon, he can do a little bit of everything. And he even said to me at one point last year, Coach, I'm a playmaker too. I said, okay, well, let me see. And I made a couple really nice passes. And I said to him, I said, Savon, you're right. You are a playmaker too. So we can play him at the 2, 3, 4, 5, wherever we want him, he'll go in and play that position.
I feel great now, honestly. I just got a knee in the opposite knee, but I feel good now. You know, it's a new era. It's about to be a new era in the ECC. I'm just trying to get my last season and help my team get this state championship.
Well, Savon pretty much was our heart and soul of that team last year. He was that guy that, like I said, he did everything, and he played hard every single night. You didn't have to ask him, Savon, now you got to play hard. That was him. So when we lost him, that's kind of like our heart and soul. Now that he's back, he's still that guy.
It's time for the Athletes of the Future, Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Let's start with Griswold basketball. Aiden Cutter gets the loose ball on the floor, pass from his back to Braden Widener, ahead to Caden Kozlowskis, back to Widener for the basket. At number 7, easy basket for the Whalers? No, Kalen Delaney with the big block. At number 6, Alex Starts. Waterford swimming in the 100 butterfly versus Fitch. He gets to the wall second after 75 meters, but what a final 25 meters for Starts all the way back for the victory. At number 5, Blake Abdulovsky and Brady Erickson. How do you beat a 2-3 zone? Look at the lob. Finish it up, big man. Erickson throwing it down. At number 4, Aaron Guilfoy, Ellis Tech basketball. The long buzzer beater, got it. 62-61 over Lyman Memorial. Celebrate the game winner. At number 3, Gavin Jonash. Killingly wrestling, he's a freshman, but in OT, he comes up big and wins the ECC 106-pound final. At number 2, Stonington Sprint Medley Relay. Max De La Rosa, Chase Spurley, Hagen Drake, and Landon Pelletier win the Class S Sprint Medley. De La Rosa and Drake skipped their individual events to compete in 3 relays because they said, well, I'd rather go all-state with my friends than all-state by myself, and they bring home the crowd. But at number 1, a little love for the big guy, Chris Aney, NFA track on his second throw of the finals, and he knows it as he crushes the all-time state record set in 2022. He throws it 65 feet 7 inches, and that is your Athletes of the Future Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Chris Aney, go down to Athletes of the Future. Get a free week of training. Wow, what a throw.
On the first day of game day, the people just might see a wide open corner 3. On the second day of game day, the people just might see
2 legs of scooping.
On the third day of game day, the people just might see
3 players passing.
On the fourth day of game day, the people just might see more Falcons flying. On the fifth day of game day, the people just might see
5 golden rings.
On the sixth day of game day, the people just might see
6 swimmers swimming.
On the 7th day of game day, the people just might see.
7-second pin.
On the 8th day of game day, the people just might see.
8 plays of greatness.
On the 9th day of game day, the people just might see.
9 bears are running.
On the 10th day of game day, the people just might see.
10 teammates working.
On the 11th day of game day, the people just might see.
11 Lancers leaving.
On the 12th day of game day, the people just might see. 12 tumblers running, 11 Lancers sleeping, 10 teammates working, 9 bears are running, 8 plays of greatness, 7 second pins, 6 swimmers swimming, 5 gold rings, 4 falcons flying, 3 players passing, 2 legs are scooping, and a wide open corner. 3
Got it.
We're back here. Second half action about to begin. A brand new ball game, 25-25. Coach, what does NFA have to do to punch their ticket to Mohegan Sun?
The same thing they've been doing. They've been getting some timely baskets. They're playing really tough defense and not allowing drive lanes. New London's had a few opportunities where they've been able to dribble the ball to the basket quickly, but for the most part, challenge jump shots. Got to limit the Whalers to one shot. On the other side, you know, I was complimenting New London for being comfortable playing in this kind of grind game, but now that the game is tied, are they still comfortable in that kind of game? Are they going to start to get itchy and start to jack unorthodox shots or quick shots? They're not really built like St. Bernard in that they can go on these big runs with their transition. They do it a little bit more over the course of longer periods of time, whereas I think St. Bernard's can go on a 10-0 run in about 30 seconds. New London's going to have to settle in and decide that they're going to have to keep battling every possession and slowly be able to take advantage of opportunities that present themselves. But it'll be interesting to see if Coach Cornish goes back to the full court press. He had backed off that for a large amount of time in the second quarter.
I was a little surprised by that, too. First possession of the second half, brought to you by Kucher Financial. Johnson in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound to Badette. Phillips, speed, hangs, and scores. Deshaun Phillips gets to the rack to start the second half for the Whalers.
Yeah, NFA has to do a better job of stopping his penetration.
Open three, Graham no good. Warren gets up high for the rebound. Now he'll push, the Whalers running. Warren zip past Badette. Robinson, McKelvin. And after all that, 4 Whalers touch it. Nothing happens. Stringer in the other direction for NFA. That time Graham knocks it down straight away. And the Wildcats are on top.
The men's league game, Casey, he could step out, shoot the three. He could give you the up and under, score around the basket. He's got all the tools.
Boo Boo says, I got you. Right back at it. Phillips with 13.
Big hit there from Boo Boo.
Ford, quick trigger three. Good. 3-point display right now. Both teams lighting it up here to start the second half.
And a lot like that Griswold team we saw earlier, NFA will shoot threes in bunches.
Badette no good on the baseline. Warren picks it off, and he scores over the top and puts the Whalers on top.
A tough break for the Wildcats. They had that defensive rebound secured, it seemed. Warren just too strong, took it away.
Graham again for three, no. Robinson will run ahead. Warren sidesteps, no, and fouled, so he'll go to the line.
Good sidestep move by Savan. NFA will get into that stretch where they'll live and die by the three, so they've attempted 5 shots this quarter. 4 of them have been three-pointers. They've hit 2 of them.
Good to see Warren not just looking healthy, but playing like he feels 100% after the offseason knee surgery. No brace, no limp, no hesitation in the movements. That kind of side-to-side cut that he just made right there shows that he feels 100%.
Good-looking free throws.
That's one thing that having a knee injury can do. He stood there and practiced, those shots all day long.
A little 2-2-1, a little different type of pressure here from the Whalers.
Lavoie breaks it one time with the left hand, all on his own.
He's so strong with the ball, and he can finish with both hands with the same proficiency.
Warren, open three is short. Good box out by Stringer. He'll draw the foul on Philiston.
And that's the kind of shot selection that you wonder, is that a result of getting a little frustrated? This zone, I don't want to drive it. I don't want to have to work for 15 seconds to get a good look. I'm open for 3. I'll just take it.
Philiston has his third, so Gaskin in the game for him.
You're going to play this 2-2-1. You got to make sure you keep the ball on the sidelines.
That's a backcourt violation over and back. Good pressure. There's that pressure from the Whalers. We said they took it off in the second quarter. It's back here in the third.
Yeah, that's a different type of pressure. They're trying to bait you to make a bad pass instead of forcing the action, trapping you. And that's what happened right there from NFA. Kind of a mirage. Something's open. No, it's not. And backcourt violation.
Robinson has been quiet on the offensive end so far. Gaskin drives, hangs. No, look at Warren go up over everybody with the offensive glass.
Impressive man's rebound from Savan.
12 for Warren. A step late as Lavoie was trying to turn the corner, and Warren will draw the foul.
Yeah, in the 2-2-1, you want to force the ball to go side to side until they cross over half court. Then that trap zone is right over half court on the outer thirds. You got to get the sideline before the offensive player gets it. That time, a little too late. Blocking foul on New London.
Ford drives, nice look. Graham, the savvy pump fake, got Warren in the air, and he'll go shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's good scouting report, good knowledge of your opponent. You know Savan's going to go up there and try to pin it, give a little pump fake, get him to fly by.
When the Knights of Columbus were playing the Rotary Club, men's league final. For the people out there who are in their 70s and older, they'll tell you that the men's basketball league in New London, the EB League, was one of the great basketball leagues in the history of the state of Connecticut. Some of the greats came in. Ocean Beach Park, you couldn't get a seat to see the professionals play. 1 point lead. Whalers up 1. Phillips spins, Picks the dribble up, finds Robinson. Robinson hangs, quick trigger shot, almost goes down, but he's fouled and he'll go to the line.
Robinson's really had to evolve over the course of this season in this new role. Last year at Fitch, you knew you were going to have to take 20 to 30 shots a game for your team to have a chance. This year, got to take the best option available, steady the offense at times, and pick your chances to attack the rim.
1 of 2 for Robinson. Lead is 2, and Johnston checks back in for NFA.
Yeah, NFA just kind of going with this 6-man rotation, subbing in Thompson, Stringer, and Johnston.
Ford. Gaskin got the block at the rim, but they're going to call a foul.
Good attack again by Thompson. Little lift on the perimeter. Once you start hitting some threes, now the defense is afraid. They want to close out hard. And if you don't chop it up, chop your feet up so that you have good balance, it's easy to lift and go by a defender.
I mean, it's not hard to see why this NFA team played good teams well all year long. 9-11, don't let it fool you. This is a team that went on the road and beat Han. This is a team that went on the road and beat another big team. Was it, I'm going to have to remember who they beat. There were some big wins for NFA this year.
Well, they had a 1-point loss to East Hartford.
That's right.
And then they, like I said, they demolished Griswold last week.
They beat Hamden?
They beat Hamden at home.
So, I mean, wins over Hamden and Hand and a 1-point loss to East Hartford. Those are quality efforts against good teams.
Yeah, and they played New London tough the second meeting. They played St. Bernard tough in the second meeting. They demolished Wyndham, demolished Griswold. Playing well.
Robinson, the Whaler weave, Phillips, Hall, Robinson, wild to the basket, gets the right-hand scoop to go.
But that's his game. We know that's his game. He can find a way to get in there into tight spaces and finish. He's so quick, so agile. Back to the 2-2-1.
Lead is back to 3. Danger zone. Nice job finding Ford. McKelvin, the eraser.
Good hustle, though, by Thompson to get in there. NFA keeps possession. No give up. Don't concede that it's going to be New London ball after the block.
Phillips got a little wild that time. He went for the big block on Graham. Instead, he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
We saw that play a lot in the game we broadcast earlier at East Lyme. When NFA beat the Vikings, they run that cross screen and Graham seals on the opposite block. Works a lot for the Wildcats on the out-of-bounds baseline play. Can't get sealed if you're the defender. Graham with that wide base. Once he catches the ball there, he's either going to score or get fouled or both.
Yeah, his game, his game is just entirely the opposite of that. I mean, really, Graham is all
near turnover. Wildcats got to be careful. When you throw the ball in, you can't be lazy about it. You got to catch it 2 hands, 2 feet every time. Not off-balance catches.
Got to be careful. Open look. Ford's a good shooter. No on that one. Phillips now New London doesn't have numbers, but Phillips has speed. Can't get it to go. Lavoie wants to push in the other direction. Johnson for three. Good. Keegan Johnston with the triple, and we're back tied at 41. Phillips with a left hand hangs in the air and draws the foul.
Ooh, got 50-50 on that one. Missed a easy finger roll. Lucky that the foul call was made. At least he'll be able to get 2 free throw chances out of it.
Hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
That's what NFA does. They just hang around.
They've been doing it for the last few weeks. It kind of did start with that win over Daniel Hands. Got something going there, got some confidence. They had lost to St. Bernard's on a Monday night. Went down to Daniel Hand on a Wednesday night. Upset them. Daniel Hand playing very well this season, having a good year. Then came back and beat down Wyndham.
Graham for three, no. Weak side, Warren. New London wants to push. Warren showing off the skills. Phillips for three, got it! Boo Boo knocks down a triple and the lead is 5.
New London hasn't hit many threes tonight. That's only their third, but it was timely. Boo Boo has 2 threes this quarter.
16 overall. Finger roll by Lavoie, no good, but a late whistle. Foul on Hall. So Lavoie will go to the line and he'll shoot 2.
He's a very good free throw shooter as well.
A lot to ask. Sophomore running the show, and against the pressure of New London. He's done a fine job.
Yeah, he went toe-to-toe with Amir Gray last week. Had 28 against the Saints. Good young player, core of the future of this NFA boys basketball program.
Stringer checks back into the game to replace Ford, so shooter for shooter. Robinson gets in the lane and draws the foul. Foul's on Lavoie. That should put Robinson at the line to shoot 2. Oh, 4th team foul. One more and they'll go to the line. Dump down to McKelvin. Hall. McKelvin in the lane, left hand, no good. Rebound, corralled by Warren. Robinson, wide open 3, no good. And an offensive foul is going to be called. They're going to get that one on McKelvin. And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to put NFA at the line.
You are not mistaken, Casey.
And I had a 50-50 chance.
Another good free throw shooter here in Carter Stringer.
Carter Stringer will go to the line for the Wildcat, shooting 2.
NFA overall is a very good free throw shooting team.
And he stepped into that one like he was not concerned at all about the Juicy Jinx.
No, he can't hear me.
Yeah, he heard you there, though. Second one, no good. Hall pushing. Warren pulls up and buries it from the elbow. A confident Savon Warren.
Yeah, when he's hitting that shot, he's tough to stop. Then you got to close out hard on him, and he can drive right by you.
Lavoie, nice look underneath to Graham, who uses the body to shield McKelvin.
NFA not going away. They won't. You're going to have to earn this one tonight.
Hall drives, no good. Offensive rebound and a travel.
Going back, dropping back now.
28 seconds. They know NFA with the shot clock off probably wants to get the last shot of the period. So New London will just meet him in the half court.
New London showing a lot of respect for NFA. Took the press off after pressuring them early. 4 turnovers in the first 5 possessions. But really haven't shown the press that much since.
Turnover. Warren ahead to Robinson. No, great defense. At the end of 3, Whalers up 3. Big defensive effort at the end of the period by NFA. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action. We got ourselves a game. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest, brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the day's best of the best.
A little look at the NFA student section as their Wildcats are down 3 heading into the fourth quarter. Savon Warren and Deshaun Phillips leading the way for New London with 16. Phillips had 9 of those in the third period. As we head down the stretch here in the fourth quarter, New London will have the first possession with a 3-point lead. Phillips pulls up at the free throw line, no good. Tip, McKelvin, no good. Rebound, Stringer. Lavoie trapped in the backcourt. Up ahead, he finds Ford. Ford reverses the layup and cuts it to 1.
Good use of the rim to protect against the block shot. Went underneath the rim onto the reverse layup.
Warren for 3, no good. Robinson picks the pocket of Johnston and scores.
That's the second time that's happened. It looks like NFA has a defensive rebound and the Whalers strip it and get a layup.
Johnson at the top of the key. Hall had a piece of it. Ford comes the other direction. No, but there's Graham, offensive rebound and the putback.
Yeah, he's just got a nose for the ball. Crashing every time. Somebody's missing a box out if he's able to get that rebound so easily. Here comes Badette.
Some guys get their shots blocked a lot. Some guys just know how to get them off. Graham doesn't get his shot blocked. Even though he's in with the big guys, he knows how to get a shot off. Robinson. Wide open, Phillips for 3. Got it! Deshaun Phillips with a 3, and New London gets the lead back to 4.
And Phillips has been impressive with the outside shot this half. He's hit 3 3-pointers, and all of them have been very timely.
Timeout, New London. 6:15 remaining, a 4-point lead. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day live on the Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pressure is on. Your financial future awaits. At Kuchar Financial in New London, Connecticut, financial advisor Lee Kuchar offers a path forward. For individuals and businesses, Lee provides steady guidance, aligning your financial goals and investment strategies with your needs. Lee also offers bookkeeping and payroll services for your business. When you're looking to help secure your future, see Lee Kuchar.
Hey, he's like the graham cracker in the s'more. Not the part everyone looks forward to, but without it, you can't have it.
Oh, my God.
He's the base of it. "49 points for NFA, and right there, Courtney Gomez, the coach of the NFA girls, she knows she's at the Sun on Wednesday.
The GOAT. The GOAT.
Can the NFA boys find a way to punch their ticket for Wednesday as well? Johnston in the corner, open Graham, no good. Phillips grabs the rebound. He'll push to Robinson. Warren pulls up. That's great presence of mind by Warren not to draw the contact. Pulled up and floated for two.
That was unbelievable body control.
That's the Savon Warren that we've been waiting to see coming back off the injury. Stringer can't get the three to go. Warren up ahead. Bounce pass. Oh, he finds Phillips. The senior connection. Savon Warren to Boo Boo Phillips. The Whalers are running. They're up 8. Timeout, Wildcats.
Yeah, and Coach Brown feels like they missed a foul there in the corner on the Stringer three-pointer. Got nicked in the follow-through. But he's got to get to the next play here. Dangerous.
You know, I think he might be right. I thought Stringer got nicked too. But look at the vision here. The crisp bounce pass from Warren to Phillips.
Yeah, they finally got an opportunity to get out and run. NFA has done such a good job with their transition defense tonight. New London's really had to work hard to get buckets. Finally, they get an easy one.
Putting a spell on the Whalers. Coach Dan Spellman, consummate teacher. He and Troy McKelvin bring a very good and sort of different dynamic for Coach Dave Cornish. Coach Cornish, who I think is at his best when surrounded by good people, because he listens. He'll take the best from different people. McKelvin brings a different kind of energy than Spellman. And between the two of them, I think they have really, with Cornish, got this New London team playing at best basketball they've played in years.
Last 5 minutes, still a ball game, but NFA has to execute here. Cannot turn the ball over.
Lavoie turns the corner, but get that shot out of here.
Jackson playing big inside for the Whalers. Watch this out of bounds play now. Coach Brown good with these blob sets.
Ford. Stringer, long three, no front iron. Thompson draws the foul on Badette, and he'll shoot two.
Another timely rebound by Thompson. Thompson and Graham really do a good job of tracking the flight of the ball. Giving NFA an opportunity here. Get some points.
Two Brig free throws. First one's good.
Very poised performance so far from the Wildcats. Got to continue here for this last 4:52, playing poised basketball.
Second one is good. So 6-point game. Robinson to Phillips. Spot up straightaway three. Back iron too strong. Rebound by Ford. Lavoie tried to go baseline, shut off well by Savon Warren. Three for Ford's no good. Badette gets up high for the glass and draws the foul.
Maybe the first NFA shot we've seen in a while that was not really in the flow of their offense. Kind of a force there, a little bit further. But Ford has been feeling it. So he took a chance there. NFA's got to get a stop.
Robinson. Phillips zips it. Tried to find Hall, knocked out of bounds by Stringer. The Whalers will inbound underneath.
They want to talk it over, Casey.
Timeout, New London. 30-second timeout. So in the half court, 4 minutes and a 6-point lead.
Yeah, it's getting down to crunch time now. Final 4 minutes. Execution, taking care of the ball, good shot selection, boxing out, all the fundamentals. Starts with getting the ball in bounds cleanly. The objective of an out-of-bounds play is to get the ball in bounds. Many people might say, oh, it's design a play to score. No, you've got to get it in safely, and then from there, execute. Make sure you get a good shot attempt, and make sure your transition defense is solid. Don't allow NFA to get a steal or a rebound off a wild miss and get out and run. For NFA, you want to be sound defensively, hold the Whalers to one shot, and then get into your offense as soon as possible.
Inbound to Hall. Hall drives, floats, and scores. Amir Hall with a nifty move in the lane. Graham on the block, spins, kicks out, open look for Stringer for three, good. Got Carter, knocks down the triple.
He's been so good when he's had space. His mechanics are sound. The ball rarely touches the rim when he has time to shoot it.
Warren, no. Lavoie off to the races with numbers. Blocked by Badette. Ford had it. Badette blocked it. And the Whalers will have possession.
Badette. If New London goes on to win this game, that's one of the plays you'll look back on, because NFA had a wide open layup, it seemed. Badette sprinted down court, never gave up, and got the block shot, and New London gets the rebound off the block. Big play.
Badette blocked on his own as he headed to the basket. Lavoie up ahead. Stringer, pull up, splash. The kid's a shooter. Knocks it to three.
Yeah, shows the mid-range game there, Casey. Easy buckets. This is what we wanted. Crunch time, one possession game.
Hall finds Badette. Beautifully done. Amir Hall to Jackson Badette.
And no hesitation from Badette, right? He didn't put it on the floor. He didn't hesitate. He just caught it right off the backboard.
Graham buries the baseline jumper. It's the three. Cuts the lead to 2. Timeout NFA.
NFA not going away, running their offense, drive and spray. The defense collapses on the dribble penetration, and Graham is wide open in the corner, and he knocks it down. There's much like Griswold we saw earlier, NFA with 4 guys on the perimeter that can shoot threes. Graham with 20 now.
Drive, kick, step back, bury.
Huge
NFA
three.
is just not going away. They just won't.
Huge three. It looked like New London was going to get some momentum when Hall drove the lane a few minutes ago and got the floater, but Stringer hits a 3, Stringer hits a 2, Ethan Graham hits a 3. In between that, you got a bucket from Badette, and that's the 2-point difference right now. That bucket by Badette 2 possessions ago that has New London up 61-59.
149. We said all weekend long we wanted to see a game go down the stretch. The sports doctor was 0 for 4. I was afraid that I was also going to go 0 for 4, but here we go. We're under 2 minutes, and we got a 1-possession game.
There was a time, Casey, when all the ECC finals was NFA New London. For maybe 10, 12 years in a row. It's always been a great basketball and football rivalry.
Robinson, Hall, Phillips, McKelvin, and Warren. Foul on the perimeter, Stringer.
Only the second team foul, so plenty of fouls to give.
Another thing to consider, you might not want to be in a position where you have all those fouls to give if you need to get somebody to the line. So only the second foul on NFA. Robinson picks the dribble up, back to Phillips. Shot clock is at 15. Phillips drives, hangs, and scores. Big basket for Deshaun Phillips.
He has been clutch, senior, timely. 23 for Boo Boo.
Other direction though, Graham, friendly roll, back to a 1-possession game.
And now if you're NFA, I think you've got to foul. I think you can't let them run too much clock.
That's what I was talking about, because they still have 2 more. They still got to foul twice more. You can't let the clock get down too much, right? So they should almost be looking to hold on this inbounds, right? Like almost like 1-step grab. We got a full timeout here for New London, so we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back with the final 30 seconds. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest, brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now we're including a Game Day category, where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the Day's Best of the Best.
2-point lead for the Whalers as we head down the stretch. 29 seconds remaining. The Whalers will have the ball. There is Carrie Simons, mother of Caden Simons-Gaskin. New London great in her own right.
So here, Casey, strategy for Coach Brown. You have one more foul to give before you put New London on the line. So here, try to get a quick trap, get a steal, but you got to foul within, I would say, 5 seconds at the most. And then at that point, you make a determination that you're going to put them on the line with the next inbounds.
No, they're not going to do that.
No, they got to. Going to get one trap here, and then you got to foul him.
They're not going to get there's the foul, but that's still a lot of time.
Now, who do you want to foul? That might play into it. Maybe they wanted to wait until Boo Boo gave it up.
I guess you want to foul McKelvin. He's had the most trouble at the line. Warren looked great. Robinson and Hall and Phillips are all good free throw shooters. I guess McKelvin. They get it into Hall.
Yep, good. I think that's a good foul, too, as Hall, although he has a good stroke, maybe hasn't been in these situations over the course of his career. Two shots, so they got rid of the 1-and-1. It's 2 shots, so NFA needs him to miss at least one of the 2.
Amir Hall, 2 big free throws. First one is good.
That one looked like he had no chance of missing. Nothing but net. Maybe he has been in these situations a lot in his career.
I'm telling you, when the middle school championship game draws more than the high school championship game does, you've been in some situations. One more for Hall. Calmly knocks them both down.
Now you need a quick shot. Either a 2 or a 3, it doesn't matter. I mean, running plenty of fouls to give, so that was smart.
And I would say the same thing. Let him take 2 or 3 seconds, foul. Let him take 2 or 3 seconds, foul.
And Coach McKelvin, apoplectic. But Spellman's like, that's fine. We're good. And I think you want to keep fouling here. And,
100%.
And let him take a couple dribbles, foul. Let him take a couple dribbles, foul. You got 2 more to give. Coach Brown wants to talk it over.
I actually think with a 4-point lead, you could foul all the way and up to and including putting them on the line. Like, you don't want to put them on the line intentionally. But I'm saying, like, get right up to that 4th foul, and then you still can play aggressive defense. You're not really worried. You're not really worried about putting the team at the line the way you used to be. Give them the 2 shots if that's your worst case scenario. My point being, be aggressive. Don't let an open 3 take place. But
I agree with your philosophy there. Like, if you're gonna give the foul instead of letting them take a 3, yes. But I wouldn't just like intentionally foul a dribbler.
No. I mean, you can be super. If I were the coach Cornish, I'd be like, listen, super aggressive defense. Get up on people. No open 3s. If you need to, grab someone and loot, like, then go ahead and do that. But like, I don't think they should be passive here. You give up a quick 2, and you're in the same boat again. I'm just not a fan of that. I'd rather see be aggressive.
I agree. You just want to try to keep the ball away from the basket. So anytime they're going north-south, foul them and give up free throws instead of a layup.
You know what? That's actually probably the best way I've heard. East-west, fine. North-south, you commit the foul. You still got 2 more to give. Because you don't want – the worst thing you do is you give up that layup, maybe even a 3-point play, but you give up the layup, and then you got to go through the whole motions again back at too much.
So we'll see. It's easy to talk about these things in the huddle, but let's see if they can execute it. These are things you usually practice in your practices leading up to postseason games.
The inbound, Thompson. Lavoie throws up a 3, and they're going to call the foul on Robinson. That's going to give Lavoie 3 shots. Now here's what I'm going to ask. If he makes the first 2, you want to make all 3 and foul with 10 seconds, or do you want him to miss the third one?
Yes. The first thing you said. Make all 3. Pressure. Maybe New London throws it away. You foul him. No intentional miss. Like, that's...
What if he misses the first 2?
Oh, that's different.
What if he misses 1 of 2?
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right, so...
What if an eagle flies into the building?
Well, right now, you're still in a situation where you don't want to intentionally miss. You're down 4. You need points.
Now you're right. Now he's got to make this to cut it to 2, foul, and hope they only make 1.
Yeah, New London, and this is where I wonder if you're allowed to talk to the officials, but New London, JJ actually fouled Thompson before he even passed it to Lavoie, and then he recovered, and he did hit Lavoie in the act of shooting, but he actually fouled Thompson first because they were trying to give a foul.
No good. Rebound Phillips. And they're going to foul him with 7 seconds left. All he's got to do is make 1 of 2, and that should ice it for the Whalers.
That was dangerous because it spun around for so long that it allowed Graham to get in there. That was a clutch rebound by
Got
the
up
Whalers.
high.
Yes. 2 big misses there, unfortunately, from NFA.
First one is good. .24 for Phillips with 1 more to go. No good. Pressure by the Whalers. Stringer lets it fly, no. Robinson the rebound. And the New London High School Whalers. It wasn't easy, but they punched their ticket to the Mohegan Sun. It'll be St. Bernard, New London, Part 3, Wednesday night at 6 o'clock at Mohegan Sun. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll have the interview with the Roberto's Log Cabin Player of the Game Day, as well as head coach Dave Cornish. Right after this, you're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy rustic home of comfort food. Family owned and operated, The Cabin, as it's fondly known, offers a diverse menu of hearty fare from burgers to the best ribs in the state. So come check out the Hallway of History in the newly renovated tavern, sample the diverse menu, get your craft beers and cocktails, all while watching your favorite sports on one of their 10 TVs. Stop in, see Rob and the crew, and tell them Game Day sent you. Player of the Game by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe.
All right, we are back here after a thrilling second semifinal matchup in our Division I boys tournament. The New London Whalers knock off the NFA Wildcats 66-62. They survive and advance to the game that many wanted to see on Wednesday night. They will play St. Bernard for the Division I championship. But right now, we're going to go down on the floor with Casey for our player of the game.
The New London High School Whalers are going to the Mohegan Sun Wednesday night for a 3rd time against St. Bernard's this year. 2nd time at the Sun. They are in the finals. The Roberto's Log Cabin Player of the Game Day is Deshaun Phillips. Boo-boo, take that shirt down to Roberto's in Lebanon, Connecticut. Bring your teammates, bring your family, free plate of wings for being the Log Cabin Player of the Game. You've been on the Game Day a lot. Here now as a senior, down the stretch. You had a nice quarter. You guys built some momentum. Talk about what you guys did well today to get to the finals.
We just stayed together as a team, knew what we had to do. We just had heart and we fought the whole time.
NFA is one of those teams. They're not going to make it easy. They're not going to go away. What was Coach telling you as they kept just hanging around and hanging around?
To just pull it out. Stay on the shooters late in the game and just stay together. That's it.
When you guys get into a tough situation, I know you and Savon have been together a long time. You guys have some senior leadership, Jackson as well. What does it mean for the seniors to help carry this team into an ECC final?
It means a lot to us. You know, this is the last time we're going to play an ECC tournament, and we just wanted to go out with a bang.
Well, you certainly did. I'm going to bring Coach Cornish in. Coach, 3rd time's a charm back at the Sun against St. Bernard, but for this game today, NFA hanging around. What did you like from your guys to get to the final?
Well, like Deshaun said, we stayed together. We didn't do a lot of things well today, but we haven't won any close games this year. So this was good for us going into the EC finals and into the state tournament.
early on, you guys built up a lead. They kind of crept back, and then it stayed back and forth the whole way. What does it mean to have, this group continuing to play well, continuing to win? You guys have been on a streak now since early in the season. What does it mean as you see yourselves gelling together?
We really haven't had everybody together until we started winning, when we got our whole team together. And like I said, if everybody's playing the way we need to play, it's going to be tough to beat, but we all have to be on the same page, sharing the ball and playing together.
So Wednesday night, you'll be back at Mohegan Sun. You guys are familiar, obviously, there. But this time, you're coming off having beaten St. Bernard the last time that you all played. You know they'll be coming in looking for it. You'll be coming in looking for it. And then you guys move on for the big chip, which is what New London plays for. So just talk a little bit about, how you focus on an ECC championship and then how you turn into a state championship mode.
Well, I mean, we beat St. Bernard before. That means nothing. When they beat us before, we felt that meant nothing. Because it doesn't, you throw the records out, it's a rivalry. We both want to beat each other badly. So it's going to be a rivalry game, and then we got to switch and turn right on to the state tournament. I always told my guys to max out the season, play to the last game. And the ECC championship is the last game in this tournament. So we got there, and now we'll see what happens.
I talked to you at the beginning of the year, and I'll ask you the same question I asked you before the season even started. I think I know the answer, but does this team have what it takes to win an ECC championship Wednesday and a state championship later on?
If we're mentally focused, yes, we do.
Rubber match Wednesday night at Mohegan Sun. The Whalers will be there. The Saints will be there. Let's find out. Back to you, Juice.
I can't wait, Casey. It's going to be a great Wednesday quadruple header of ECC tournament finals. 2 Division II boys and girls, 2 Division I boys and girls. We hope you catch the action live on game day. We'll be there, but for tonight, we sign off with New London advancing past NFA with a final of 66-62. Thanks for watching. See you Wednesday.